can get it to grow, and I can get it where like it can kind of maintain itself, and I can like fill it up with water once a week, and it's fine. I'm thinking about putting it in Halcyon.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Would you be able to get like other seeds from it or like other saplings from it, or just?
Probably not.
They
Yeah,
don't.
like because they're all they are is spruce trees, like miniature spruce trees. So and it's how you take care of them that keeps them small.
Oh, okay.
So like it'll probably never bear like
Right.
anything other than leaves.
Can you make it giant? Like he says, how you take care
Yeah.
of it. Like
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
make it big if you
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah.
Oh,
You just let it grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of like trimming it. And
Yeah.
Stuff. Okay. Could you not trim it and then like take like the little, part that you trim and plant that?
Maybe. I know, like, because that's the thing. Trees are weird because sometimes you can't, like, you have to cut specific parts of them so you can plant them that way.
Yeah.
Or
you
they have
can't
to be
cut
like,
but so far.
yeah. So, trees in general are weird like that.
I don't know a lot about botany, so.
I don't know either.
Anyways, welcome. Short Soft Podcast, Season
I
3,
didn't even know you started.
Episode 46. I started secretly during our bonsai conversation.
Yeah, man,
Yes.
Mr. Miyagi.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. Today we have Alejandro and Thomas on, and of course myself.
Where's Charlie out today?
He is busy with Halcyon, so like
That's good.
Thomas is subbing in on and off. So
We actually just today got the announcement for that house.
The good guy?
Oh.
Yeah. So good announcement.
Hell yeah.
So wait, oh nice, okay.
That's great, exciting
things are
things coming to Halcyon
Hell
soon.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
So,
that's awesome.
100%.
good place to start there.
Yeah, there we go. Hell yeah. So the plan is though, he told me yesterday, he's like, I'm itching to do a podcast. Like he looked me in my eyes, it's like, I fucking hate that I haven't been able to do a podcast. And then, so like the chance of him doing one on a Monday soon is about to be a lot better.
Right.
The thing is, he got like a girlfriend and like, he opened a brand new business, which like, I'm saying it like it's like a casual thing, which for Charlie is kind of, you know what I mean? Because he's a lunatic, but like, that's a lot. And I think it's fine that he's getting older now, like, mid 50s and starting to catch up with him.
Mid 50s is crazy. Don't say that. I'm like 2 years behind you guys. My brother's 35, so I think.
Your brother is?
Yeah, brother's like
I thought
33.
for some reason I thought I misheard you and heard mother.
Oh,
at
no,
first,
no,
and I
no,
was
no.
like doing the math, and I was like,
I was gonna add up. No, but when he turned 30, I remember I was like, dude, you're fucking old. You're fucking
Yeah.
old. And he turned 33 or 35, something like that. And I was like, you know what? You're still a young man.
Yeah.
30 is not that old.
Yeah.
In my 60 isn't that old to me anymore. You know what I mean? Like I think you really don't become like old, quote unquote, until like I would say 80s.
That's crazy.
Because I've seen older people that like are in their 70s and stuff, but still present young, and I've seen people in their 50s that present old,
I
and
get
it's
that.
like.
But I also recognize the lifestyle that I lived. I don't think I'm going to be one of those
Nah, you
old people.
you look great, dude. You're giving yourself a hard time.
I feel like once I hit 60, it's going to be a rough 60. Like,
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, everything you do in your life, it all catches up to you at once. So you're going to look great up until that tipping point, and then it's just going to be hell on earth.
it's like, you know how like Asian women, they're
I
like,
was
beautiful?
my mind literally went straight to that. They're
like
hot
beautiful
until they're not.
until they get to a point, and then they all look like old Chinese men.
Yeah.
Like,
That's crazy. We all were on the same page.
yeah.
I wasn't sure if I should say that,
Man.
and then I was like, yeah.
I think that just speaks to the propaganda we were fed as children.
Yeah.
We're all around the same age. So
100%.
for all of us to just immediately get that reference, like we all picture that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of propaganda, dude,
It's been fucking fun.
all this Epstein stuff's been wild.
It's
But
been crazy. Like, I remember talking to so many like crazy conspiracy people and like being like, you know what, this conspiracy theory could be true. You'd be like, no, you're fucking crazy. And I'm like, please don't speak any more conspiracies into existence. Like, I feel like it's like the simulation broke, and they're just like every crazy shit that I ever heard. They were like, no, that's true.
yeah,
That's real.
dude. Listen, today's Friday 13th
I
of
didn't realize.
February 13th, 2026. I'm saying that as a recording in case any other crazy shit comes out
Yeah.
between
Right.
now and like the time this is recorded
Which it
and
will.
posted, which I'm sure it will. But as of today, like just the people that have been able to look at the documents that have been released and the stuff they've been able to talk about,
Man.
the range of reaching not only just to Activision microtransactions, but from that all the way to like having connections to the Israel. He said it's him.
Yeah, there
It's,
it's the FBI agent being like, watch it.
But like to the Israel defense ministry is like crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially because like it's hard arguing.
We're talking about Epstein, by the way. You guys weren't able to connect that.
So, like, my whole thing is, what worries me is always, whatever you see pushed in the media, there's always something else going on in the background.
Yeah.
So
It's
what's
a
going
magic
on in
trick,
the background
dude.
when
Yes.
that is being pushed in the front of the media?
And that's like two other things. One, the files have been so redacted. Like some of the crazy shit we're seeing is not even the worst in there.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Well, I heard they fucked up the redaction
They
too,
did,
right?
yeah.
'Cause,
There's a lot of places where they fucked that up. It's so funny having an incompetent government. Like they're like, we'll release the files, and I don't think this is what they meant, but like I guess they were true to their word.
I thought they used AI to redact it.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, it'll work. Nope.
But my big thing is, dude, like with Epstein being gone, they didn't just stop.
No.
No.
So
No.
there's like at least like another Epstein or two out there.
Yeah, there's
Epstein
probably
was
more
just the
than
one.
that.
Exactly. You know,
Yeah.
Epstein was just the one that we so happened to see. But
I think because of like how close he was to the Israeli government, that there's like probably a good chance that like there's probably one or two, maybe even more than that for each like government thing
well, I mean, Israel is like
or governmental entity.
Israel is definitely wild. Like it's so hard arguing against Israel right now because you immediately get labeled as like anti-Semitic
Yeah.
the second you say
Yeah.
anything, and especially with like the other stuff that I like advocate for and fight for and whatnot. There's like immediately like, oh no, this guy's definitely like some radical crazy. And now it's like, guys, like I promise, like I wasn't saying screw the Jewish people or anything like that. I was saying Israel as a nation, the leaders, we have issues there,
Which, I mean, we're not anti-Semitic at all.
Exactly.
Like, I don't,
Yeah.
I don't think I've even, met a Jewish person.
My great-grandfather
That's
was
how
full of
anti-Semitic. Sorry. That's how I push it the whole other way.
I'm sure you have some Jewish people in your life.
Nah,
but-
for sure, yeah.
No, well, like I said, my great grandfather was full Jewish.
All right, well, we met one,
You met one is crazy. I can't be anti-Semitic. I have a Jewish friend now.
Never mind, I've changed my mind. I am full anti-Semitic after knowing Thomas.
I just don't show it because I have so many other things in me from my dad's side.
I always felt
Like, it just doesn't-
You know what I mean?
It's
Like
because
a
of the money.
presence in the room.
It's because of the money thing, huh?
You were always good with money, Thomas. What?
I was wondering where you're going. I felt like you're really like, I don't have the nose.
No, but it's just wild, the connections and the webs we weave.
Yeah, it's been like it's hard to argue with anybody right now. Like have conversations around this because it's like we don't know what is full 100% real. We don't know what isn't. But everyone just sounds insane, like talking about it. Whether it doesn't matter what position you take on it, the situation is so fucking crazy. You just sound like an insane person talking about it.
Well,
Yeah.
and like the crazy part is like you have this coming out, and then everybody's like, "Well, what about the halftime show?" And I'm like, "You guys, listen."
I mean, that is the perfect example of what the fuck is wrong with America. We have millions of files right now out in the Epstein files. And the biggest issue right now we have is a halftime show, and the only person in jail is a woman. Like that is the perfect example of what the fuck is going on right now. Thousands of hundreds of powerful men, and the only one in jail is a woman.
I'm not trying to be funny when I say this. I didn't watch the halftime show. What happened?
It's
So
just bad
there
money.
was two of them, apparently. Like there was a
Oh yeah. There was the
yeah.
All-American whatever,
Yeah.
and then there was the actual Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah.
And I think Turning Point sponsored the
Yeah, it was
All-American
Turning
one.
Yeah,
Point,
it's
yeah.
just the Turning Point USA thing. But even
Yeah,
that
wasn't it, like
was-
Kid Rock and
Yeah.
I bet that was a banger. Like they were trying to be funny.
Well, then there was all this stuff that like there was lip syncing going on too during that one, and that apparently like the views like allegedly a lot of them were bots. So like
I mean, even with the bot stuff, because I saw part of the Turning Point USA one, because I'm a diehard Kid Rock fan. I was hoping he'd play that banger,
Rightly so.
young ladies. Right. I was hoping he'd pull that one out, but
yeah, it's probably too soon. But not the right time for that though. Be singing
Said
about
they
young
dropped
ladies
one
on
last
stage
week.
right now.
But man, it's It's interesting because when I saw it on YouTube, it was like 6.3 million views at that point. Well, the rule with anything is at least 80% of the viewers should be engaging. That's the usual thing with any like Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
Even with views, if you get 100 views on them, you expect at least a couple comments, likes, whatever. There was, I think, at the peak with 6 point like something million viewers, there was only like 200,000 people active in the chat. There was only like a couple 100,000 people like hitting the likes buttons and stuff like that. Like even where they were like make some noise, people who were watching it online would hit the like, react, cheer button, but only like 100,000 out of the 6 million that were supposedly watching reacted.
At the same time, you also have to think about it, right? All of your older generation, if they were on there, do they know how to work that stuff?
That's true. But how much? But the older generation probably was watching it on TV because it was also broadcast on certain channels and stuff like that.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I think like Fox News and other like Christian-based channels like played it.
I love how you did that quotation there. 100% accurate. Christian-based.
Exactly.
To me, and maybe this is just my like dumb perspective, but like it just was just such a non-issue. Like that was like. It was kind of funny that they're like, we're going to throw a super American one. I'm kind of like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, you guys know that Puerto Rico is in America, right?
It's a part of America. Yeah, he's American.
So you're kind of being like, we're going to protest an American.
Dude, not only that.
With an American. You know?
Right, exactly. And, I mean, Rihanna is an American.
Rihanna's not American?
Rihanna's from Barbados.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, they had the...
There have been so many people that have done the halftime show that haven't been American.
You know what I think about all that? Who cares?
Right?
Right,
They
exactly.
sing good,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Well, some of them did.
Well,
There's been a couple of Super Bowl halftime shows I'm like, I could have done without that.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is like the first one I can ever remember there being two.
Yeah.
Two different, like two competing shows,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I mean, you can say they were competing, but there was one going on at the same time for sure. Because, I mean, even the White House, if you looked at their live stream, they watched the Super Bowl halftime show. They didn't put on the Turning Point USA halftime show. They watched the...
No. So that's the thing, though, right? On the TV was the Super Bowl, and I guarantee you, being who was in that office, he probably sitting with the phone watching the other one.
And it's so funny how dumb some of these people are. Like, who went to the concert to the Super Bowl, and they're like, we're protesting, and they take pictures of themselves like turning around and watching it there, and it's like you already paid to be there.
Yeah,
you can't
like millions
you're already
of dollars,
there,
right? To get a seat.
Yeah, you already contributed it. You're already participating. You count as a view because you're literally sitting in the stands. Like you can't. That's not how that works. But okay.
I got problems with Jay-Z, but like it doesn't begin with the halftime show.
Right.
My problems are come from like the Diddy side of that kind of whole conversation. Like if you want to protest something, like protest that or like focus on that. Yeah. But like focusing your energy just on like Bad Bunny and the fact that it was in Spanish, like who cares? Like a large part of our population speaks either only Spanish or is bilingual. Like you know,
Bad Bunny has also already been in the Super Bowl before.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah,
well,
he was already in the Super Bowl in the past.
I find out about this the more I get.
If I remember right, he wasn't like a main, but he was on on the side.
Yeah, he was a feature in a song, and they brought him on stage, and he sang a song, and he did the same exact little shitty dance moves that he did this time. Yeah. He's not a dancer.
I picked that up from watching.
Exactly.
He's a singer. His voice got him where he's at.
Exactly.
He has a great voice, though. I was
and his music is like, there's like vulgar songs, but again, we have
everybody does
exactly. Yeah. You know, Kid Rock had this statutory rape song. Yeah. You know, Bad Bunny had one that says "shake ass." You know, I think those aren't on the same level, but they each one has its own profanity and stuff. But the majority of his songs is let's get together, have fun, and drink. Like the main song that he opened with was "I should have given you more hugs and kisses when I had you. I should have appreciated you more when you were around."
That sounds beautiful. I love that.
And people were like, I cannot believe he was that profane on stage. Like,
did you even understand it?
Right.
I didn't understand a word of it, but I was like, this is nice. This is art. Right. You know? Kendrick's was better. Not because I could
for sure.
The heat on that, though, was just so, like, that was awesome.
I think if you're going to say something about, Bad Bunny being vulgar, this, that, and the other, it's like, actually, just take a second. step back and look at all the other halftime shows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not even the ones you expect to be vulgar, like any of your rap and R&B, that kind of thing, right? You go to like just straight pop artists.
Yeah.
Their songs are vulgar.
Dude, Janet
Like-
Jackson popped the titty out, you know?
Yeah,
like, that's what I'm
like-
saying. Like,
Oh,
it
yeah.
happens. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like the point is to be vulgar now here. It's just what's popular. At the end of the day, it's frustrating because, like, you're so, like, capitalism runs the world. It's like, this is where capitalism got us. People, this is what the people wanted. Like, all these people being like, why the fuck is Bad Bunny opening? I've never even heard of this guy. I'm like, that's your problem. Bad
Oh,
Bunny
yeah.
is the number one listened artist. His album is number one in China right now.
Yeah.
Number in fucking China.
Yeah.
And people are like,
And they definitely don't speak Spanish.
exactly, you know?
He's having a moment, the same as Kendrick had a moment. You just
Exactly.
gotta let it roll, even if it's not your cup of tea. Like,
Exactly.
you get the world's a bigger place than it used to be because of how interconnected everybody is. You just gotta let the
Which
cookie
genuinely,
roll.
I might be an idiot, and this might be a stupid question, but how do they choose who does the halftime show?
Popularity. It's really
Man.
just popularity.
Just popularity?
Popularity, and then the artists themselves have to accept, because there've been multiple artists who's denied
Oh, yeah.
to play the
Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
Bowl. But that's really it. You don't get paid to play the Super Bowl.
No.
You pay out of pocket, so it's like an honor to perform the Super Bowl, because it's the biggest stage in the world, basically.
Yeah.
So it's just
But so, like, is it popularity within, like, the U.S., since the Super Bowl is technically the
Yeah.
U.S., or is it popularity worldwide?
It's
Because the one thing I've seen is there are more people that are famous worldwide than there are trending number one in the U.S. You know what I mean?
So it's definitely I think it's definitely a big mix of two, but like how Creighton said, like we're so the world has exploded so much, like you can are available to so much that
Yeah.
now it's like the world in general. Because if it's the number
Yeah.
one artist, like people in the Netherlands, people in Asia and India are listening to SZA.
Yeah.
And it's not because like they're like, man, SZA speaks to me personally in my experience as an Indian
Yeah.
man in
She's
India.
got bops.
It's just she's one of the highest recording artists at the moment, and everyone is so can see everything happening at all the time. So, and the second anybody gets a little bump, everyone knows about you. I think like Steve Lacy.
Okay.
Is an indie artist. I listened to a bunch of Steve Lacy before he blew up.
Yeah.
But that one song came out, everyone
Yeah.
in the world was playing him. Now where's Steve Lacy?
True.
It's a lot of these artists just they blow up out of nowhere, and then even Kendrick can be said like that.
Yeah.
A
That's
lot
true.
of these older moms who are like, I like this Kendrick. I've never
Yeah.
heard of this. They're not listening to Kendrick right now.
No.
True.
And even like heck, even yesterday I was at Belt. This 80-year-old woman was helping me out, and she was like, "So, do you like Bad Bunny?" Like she's never heard of Bad Bunny before in her life, and
Yeah.
she was like,
But she
"I
heard of him
like
because of
Bad
the
Bunny,
Super Bowl.
right?"
Yeah.
She was like, "He had me shaking in the living room." And I'm like, "Well, that's good for you, ma'am."
She was like,
Somebody
feel
come-
comfortable.
Somebody come
around
get
me.
their grandma,
Exactly.
bro. Like,
And it's not that she was like on the internet and found it.
Yeah.
It's just it's so in your face all the
Yeah.
time, everything. So it's just it definitely isn't. He definitely isn't like the number one person in America for
Yeah.
sure. I can understand that, but he's definitely top 10.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah,
if
yeah,
you can,
100%.
if you can get the number one artist in the world to come perform on your stage for free out of his pocket,
Yeah, you definitely do it.
then like, right, like how is that not, how does that as an American you should take pride that the biggest artist in the world wants to perform in America, wants to perform on this stage. You should take that and be like, you know what? That's how good we are. That people want to come to us to express
You
themselves.
think K-pop will ever make it to the Super Bowl?
Man, I
100%. 100%. I'm waiting on it.
God, I hope so
I'm waiting
much.
on it. You want to know the first one, like one of the first artists that I want to do Super Bowl that are like based out of Asia and that kind of genre in general? Baby Metal.
I knew you were
I
gonna
want
say
it
that.
so bad.
That'd be
I want it so bad.
I think it's a pizza. Like
Yeah, I want it so bad.
Dude, just imagine these 80-year-old Karens just being like, I don't know what these Asians are saying.
But it's great.
It's so
That's all
good.
they're gonna say. That's all they're gonna. I don't know what they're saying, but it's good. Like,
When I went to like some like older conservative lady just being like, I don't understand what they're saying. Their eyes look like this.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then,
dude.
doing the
Woo.
you
It sounds
know?
like they threw a frying pan down the stairs.
Yeah.
Like
once again, somebody come get their grandma.
exactly for different reasons.
Yeah, for
but
a different reason, but still.
If I ever heard that, I would lose it. I would think I would lose it, and then I would just be like, "This is the greatest moment of my life."
Experiencing racism in the wild is so funny sometimes. Like, it's just because it's so out of pocket and you never expected. Like, I've had somebody use the N-word on me. And
On
I'm like,
you?
on me, right, exactly. Well, your grandma.
Oh,
Your
yeah,
grandma's-
that's true.
I'm not saying
That's
she
fair.
did. I'm not
That's
saying she
good.
did, but...
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But I was like, they said that. That's why you're a... And I was just like, what? Like, I was so confused, and I was like, all right. Like, I'm not arguing with you anymore. I just need you to take a step back and explain to me why you thought that was the right word to use to me.
Well, and like the other side of it is like when it happens, when I've experienced is like they try to get you to agree with them. They're like,
Yeah.
you know, this, you know, and I'm like,
No,
what?
That's what you just look at and be like, are you colorblind? Like,
Right.
can you see?
And they're like, well, I'm not racist, but like, you know,
Some
they do
racist
do
shit.
this thing, you know. And I'm like, and they're like, right? And I'm like,
all right. Confession time. Right?
oh no, he's about to like get us
I used to tell
canceled.
people, no.
So
I
I
used to
chose
tell
the black guy.
I used to tell people all the time because like something would happen, they'd be like, "You were mean to that guy," and he was this racist. Like obviously you're racist, right? And I would turn it around and I would joke with him, and I'm like, "Look, my best friend, my absolute best friend, is married to a Cuban woman, and that's close enough." Right?
That's close enough.
And that's close enough.
Is it the Family Guy bit where they whip out like a chart that has like
Oh,
the
yeah,
different
yeah.
colors,
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
too dark?
All right. Arrest.
Oh my god.
Hey, I mean, life mimics art at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we're basically at.
Whenever I hear it, I like to flip it around and like just try and convince people that I'm only racist against white people. So,
Oh, dude,
like,
I can't stand white people.
oh yeah, no,
It's a
I
good
say
thing
they
like
all
we're
look alike to
Caucasian.
me.
Like we're Caucasian is great, but genuinely, like your stereotypical white person just aggravates me. Like one that just always thinks they're right. One that, like that kind of thing I can't stand.
I'm gonna get you guys to join the movement then. I call white people, like people who get in arguments with me or like ask for my green card or whatever. I'll be like, "Where's your green card, you European American?" Just start calling them European Americans, and
That's
they
good.
get so. They're like, "I was born in America." I'm like, "Yeah, so was I." And they're like, "Well, my ancestors are from here." Well, how far back? Because my ancestors are from here too. But if you go back far enough, you know, you get to Mexico. If we go back far enough for you, you know, we get to fucking, you know, Germany, Europe. Fucking Bad Bunny is more American than Trump. He's had more family in America longer than Trump has had his family in America.
You know, you say these things and they're so true, but I've never even thought about it like that. That's damn. You got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Here's the interesting thing, right? So, like, first, if you were to tell that to me, right, I would just look at you and be like, I got Cherokee and Catawba in me now. Like, not only is it just as far back, but it's
Going
here.
back to the
like,
land
specifically
bridge?
right here. Like,
I had one guy, he was like, "I'm 128th Cherokee." And I was like, "Okay."
God,
Okay,
that's
cool.
dividing so much.
Right.
right?
But
Holy
he was
fuck.
like, that came up after I was like, dude.
How does he know? I'm sorry. I didn't
Blood
look at
test,
you.
bro.
Anyways, you were saying.
Ancestry.com.
I'm telling you, bro.
No, but he was like, that came up because I called him racist. Because he was like, yeah, and that's why I think all Native Americans should have died during the Western Migration. And I was like,
The Trail of Tears?
Yeah, the Trail of Tears.
I would have just looked at him and be like, you wouldn't be here, you idiot.
I was like, that's fucking crazy. And I was like, just because your ancestors, like, probably assaulted an Indian woman does not mean that, you know, you should be claiming that heritage like that. And he was like, why do you think they didn't fall in love and this, that, and the other? I was like, because you wouldn't be such a racist piece of shit if it was actual love. Like, you have to teach hate. You have to engrave racism into people.
The more I hear like racism from like, you know, not just like old people, but like from just everyday people, the more I'm like, understand the actual like ignorance of it, because it really is just ignorant to like a whole other like, not just culture, but like a whole other group of people that you just like, you know, they don't take the time to even like contemplate, oh, like this is a person, you know.
I for sure get that, but right now, honestly, my biggest concern and issue is because that old generation of racism is just dying right now.
Yeah.
Like, they're just dying out.
Maybe here. That's not everywhere.
Yeah, not
Like,
everywhere,
Like,
for
like
sure.
I'm being straight up. Like,
Yeah.
if you go to the lower part of the state, where because I used to live there, you go to the lower part of the state, it's like stepping back in time. Like they're still sharecropping, like that kind of like yeah. Like, not literally, but like that's how they feel. Like, it's one of those, if I'm walking down one side of the street and then a black guy's walking in front of me, down there, he's supposed to cross the street.
That's fucking nuts.
Like, it's still like that.
And that's what I mean. Is like part of the issue though. Like these old folks that enforce and instill that type of racism in you should be dying off. The issue we're seeing now, and especially in younger men, is they're picking up these like racist ideologies and behaviors. Like there's a clear rise in like hatred and fascism in this country,
100%.
and a big majority of that is coming from young men, and it's scary because a lot of them know that there's no actual thought process to it. Like, it's just the fact that I feel like something was stolen from me, so I'm going to be as ignorant and as, like, loud as you can be.
It's not even that. It's Andrew Tate said it's right, so I agree.
Exactly.
That's exactly what it is.
It's
this person says it's right, I agree.
Exactly.
Like,
and it's like, how do you argue with that? Like, how do you even, like, this guy went to jail and is still probably going to... they're still building a case where he might spend the rest of his life in prison, and you're like, but he's fucking cooking. Like, he's fucking right.
Yeah. Like, that's...
Is he in jail right now?
Yeah.
Is he in jail now, or
I
is
think
he on
he is.
house arrest right now? Because I know not too long ago...
he did get in the house arrest, didn't he?
Because not too long ago, he went to the club with, like, a bunch of other, like, Nazis, and they played Kanye West Nazi song in the club, and they got the club shut down.
Damn, really?
Yeah,
damn.
The song.
I haven't kept up with Tate. Last I heard, he was trying to come back into Florida, and DeSantis was like, "If you even fucking look at Florida, we will arrest you. We don't want you here."
Well, that's the thing, though. Like, my thing is, I feel like people should be held responsible, especially when they become an influence to that degree.
Yeah, for sure.
Of not only themselves, but the people that they influence.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because, I mean, like, you're not talking anymore just about, like, saying some crazy shit online, talking into a void. You're talking about, like, taking control of that void.
Yeah.
And making it an echo chamber for what the
100%.
fuck you think is the right thing.
I'm no influencer in any, like, way, shape, or form. Like, I understand that even in this town, I'm pretty insignificant.
Yeah.
But I've had plenty of influence on people, and I've been able to meet and sit down and talk to people and help them, like, figure stuff out. And even me, in those moments, I'm never like, and this is the right answer. Like, everything, I'm always like, this is what I believe in, and this is why I believe in it, and this is why I believe this is wrong. You go for it from there. If you need help looking it up, I've never been like, you should believe this because I believe this. Because like, a lot of my friends during election time, I always tell them, register to vote. If you need rights to vote, I'll take you to vote. And every single year, I at least have 20, 30 friends who are like, who should I vote for? Who are you voting for so I can vote for the exact same people? Like, it got to the point where I couldn't tell them who I was like. It felt like I was endorsing these people to my friends. And it had to get to the point where I was like, I would have to give 2 to 3 politicians instead of being like, oh, I've been following this person and this person.
Yeah.
I'll say these 2 people are running and these 3 people are running and this is what they stand for. And then some of them came to their own opinion. Some of them just went in there and saw, well, Alejandro's a Democrat, so I'll put Democrat. And we went from there. But
we need more critical thinking.
exactly. Yeah.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing, right? If you cannot make a decision in your life, right, how are you ever going to progress?
I think a lot about when we were in school and you had like the ABC questions, and at the end you had like 2 or 3 critical thinking questions, like specifically for like English tests and stuff like that. I wish we had more critical thinking tests, because I feel like if you turn like your basic education to an actual conversation, that helps build the building blocks of like, this is what I think and this is why I think this.
But I'm not trying to be funny when I say this. Imagine the unemployment rate if that was a requirement on a job application.
I mean, you say that, but I think if you push people enough to do that, like from a younger age anyway.
But I'm saying right now, if you were just make that a standard right now.
I don't know. I have faith in people. There's a lot more people.
I'm sorry. I've lost.
You need to have less.
I have lost all faith in humanity. Like,
for me, especially right now with all the immigration shit that's going on, I give some hardcore racist people that I have talks with an immigration test. And I've not come across one that's passed it. I've not come across one that's even gotten close to passing me. For some immigration tests, you only have to answer like 2 questions correctly, and I haven't had anybody been able to answer that.
Really?
I've talked.
Dude, there's like super detailed. Like, it's crazy.
I've talked to, and not even some super detailed ones. I've asked, how many branches of government are there to 20 adults, and out of these 20, at least 10 of them answered it wrong.
That's like 3rd grade stuff.
Okay, that's crazy.
It's fucking nuts, dude. I mean,
Name 'em.
and you can.
Judicial, legislative.
Come on, you almost got it.
I had one look at me and be like, I'm not fucking stupid. Democrat, independent, Republican.
That's wild.
And I was like, yep.
That's wild.
I was like, you got it. You know what? Because what am I supposed to do then? I'm not going to sit here and give you a fucking government lesson right now. Ain't that moment I got to be like, you know what? You vote. That's an L for me. I got to go find somebody competent to at least negate your fucking vote of stupidity. Because it's so wild how much people don't know shit.
It's a Republican, Democrat, Independent.
Dude, and I mean with the
You forgot libertarian.
Right.
And the Green Party.
Tell you, bro, like it's like if you're just talking about parties, there's so many more.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Dude, and I'm telling you, it's so funny to look online because like I watch content creators from both sides of the house. Like I'm watching Hassan Piker, I'm watching Asmongold. Like two fucking guys who need to shut the fuck up.
Asmongold's fucking wild.
He's a ridiculously wild man.
Is he like
He's hilarious.
Conservative or Democratic?
He's an opportunist. He's,
Okay.
That's exactly what he is.
He's
So
an
he's like,
opportunist.
what's his name that we were talking about the other day? Oh God, I love him. He's incredible. He's the ones like, Black Queens Forever, Snow Bunnies Never. That guy.
Oh,
Chet Hanks.
no. It's not him.
He's black.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
can't
Chet
remember
Hanks
his
is
name.
Rastafarian now.
What is he? Is he really?
Oh my God,
That's
you need
so
to look
fucking
at Chet
stupid.
Hanks.
I've heard of Chet Hanks, the failed rapper.
God, that is a great person.
Oh, I know
God,
this.
you know what I'm talking
I know
about?
this.
It's Doctor something. Doctor. God, and he's always taking up donations for the school he's about to open, but he's been trying to do that for like 10 years or
You talking
something.
about Dr. Umar?
Yeah,
Yes,
That's his name. Umar is the best. I love him. He is.
Oh, he's so funny, bro.
He's so fucking
You have
funny.
to watch people like that. So, like, you can really do it. And it's just, it sucks because, like, we can sit here and laugh at it. You know, we're recognizing
Yeah.
it's funny.
But there's
some
people
people
that
are like,
take
That
that word
person
as
is sitting in there,
gospel.
they're like, this right here, that's the Bible.
that's the facts.
But you know, you say that, and I think about the flip side of that. It's like, who do we like lift up and like that we probably shouldn't? You know what I mean?
That's the thing, though. I don't.
You don't think about that at all?
No. I don't lift up anybody like
Oh,
that.
okay,
Like,
okay, I see what you're saying.
that's my big deal. Like, if I see, I don't look to any celebrity or anything like even Hassan. I'm a fan of Hassan. Like, I like some of his content. But when I watch some of Hassan's content, I'm like, shut the fuck up, you ignorant dumbass. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. And it's not, and you should be able to do that. I look at influencers as like a gate to find information.
Yeah.
But if I'm just looking at these influencers to give me all of my information, then I'm fucked. That's the reason I like Hassan, because if you watch his videos on YouTube, his editors will put clips, newspaper articles, or real articles, and if you just pause it, you can look it up yourself. You can just, is that a real statistic? Is that something real? Just pull it up yourself.
Yeah.
That's why I used to like Philip DeFranco a lot, because he did the
I
same
used
thing.
to love Philip DeFranco, and then it's, I don't know, something about like after like 24, 23, he started getting like a little bit too political for me.
He definitely had I used to follow a lot of his like secondary and third channels and stuff like that behind the scenes. So he definitely had a lot of like corporate BS happen to him that I feel like made him like close himself off a lot more.
He used to feel more independent.
For sure.
And now it's like there's a clear line in the sand.
At least though he's very clear that he's like, this is my line. Like every single time he's like, that's the facts, and now here's my opinion.
For
so
sure.
I can
and
appreciate that.
I appreciate that.
But then you have the other side where it's like, no, this is just all fact. Even if it's my opinion, it's all fact.
And I've really thought about getting like a subscription to like Ground News.
It's
like,
definitely worth it.
It's like, you know, here's what happened. Here's what one side's covering. Here's what the other side's covering. You pick what you want to read.
The thing is if you like with Ground News, right? You can get everything that is on there just by knowing what to look up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
Well,
and that's what I do. I'm
that's
like, I ain't
the
paying
other
for a
thing.
subscription. I'm just gonna look up anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
Get a VPN and the internet's yours. You can find everything.
Right now, I get all my news from memes.
yeah.
So, you know.
My favorite place to go for a VPN to look up news is North Korea.
Really?
It's
For real?
fantastic. Yeah, because everything is great in North Korea if you look at news there. That's the only time it's ever great. Like,
That's kind of scary.
it's actually great. No. Like seriously though, that like in North Korea, like they lock down their internet where nobody in their whole entire country can see anything that is negative about North Korea.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
You should look up like escape people from North Korea. It's actually crazy how
Well,
they do
there's so I was just watching the story. It's been a couple years ago now, but the dude that got arrested for allegedly tearing down like the poster or whatever. He was an American on tour there. He was like a college student or whatever, and got arrested and sent to a labor camp. And then somehow or another, they finally got him released, and he came back, and he was like, they did something to his brain or whatever, and he was fucked up and ended up going into like a coma and becoming like completely brain dead and having to be killed. Or not being killed, but taking off life support.
If you go to North Korea as a tourist, you're not allowed to go anywhere by yourself. You have a guide.
Yeah.
Because the citizens become actors basically. Like everything going on isn't what's actually going on.
Have you ever watched the interview with James Franco?
Yeah.
That was. I mean, I know James Franco, a lot of baggage, but that movie at the time, that was a great, incredible movie. I wish that they would have had the balls at the time to like release that in at least nationwide or worldwide theaters. I remember everybody being so scared about that movie at the time because they're like, "Is Kim Jong-un gonna blow us up?" And I was just like, "Just release it. It's a movie. It's gonna be funny as fuck."
Also, like if that's really what pushes it, like.
And like we didn't know.
It was gonna happen.
We didn't know at the time, that he was just shooting missiles into the ocean. He can't even get 300 miles off his coast.
Exactly.
We didn't know that. That was so funny looking back now at that compared to like all the shit that's going on now. You know what I mean?
Where it's like actually possible any day.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, by the way, we're in World War III. Good luck.
I mean,
like
we technically
we
technically already had the start of World War III happen a few months ago. Like by the definitions of like what war is, because when Russia was flying its jets and it got into Poland, and then Poland and other nations scrambled their jets. The reason they scrambled their jets is because the NATO article went into effect that if an enemy enters Allied territory, everybody has to scramble their jets. So technically, war has already been initiated. And because there hasn't been any process resolving it...
It's not progressing.
Exactly. It hasn't progressed, but it also technically hasn't ended because there's been no pact to end it.
Yeah. Well, we're still technically at war with... was it North Korea that we never officially like signed like a treaty or anything with?
I don't even think we were ever actually in war.
There's some war. It's either Korea or Vietnam.
Yeah, you might be thinking
Vietnam. We were never actually in war.
Yeah. So I think that's what you might be thinking.
Maybe
we technically
that's
never ended a war with them because we technically never stared a war with them. They just went in there and did some war crimes.
Yeah.
But I mean, we could do that. Daily.
Technically, we weren't helping war. We weren't committing war crimes. We were helping the lesser, as many presidents have stated.
We were helping to keep the Western greatness alive.
That's right. Keep the West.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't stand it.
I don't know. I just think the whole thing's kind of ridiculous.
Honestly, in my full 100% opinion, I 100% support the idea of the U.S. minding their own business.
Yeah.
Oh, isolationism.
Not even full isolationism, just saying, hey, y'all are in war over there. Y'all have fun with that. We're gonna be right here. As long as y'all don't blow up anything that affects our economy, then we're gonna be right here.
I can get behind that.
I'm not trying to it'd be different. Like for instance, with the whole Greenland thing and all that whole bunch of whole Greenland thing, the whole. Venezuela, where we just like go literally just take a dictator because we can, like that is like wild. However, there are like super valuable resources there, and my thing is if we just wanted those, we should have just took them a long time ago.
But that's like the really hard line that you have to walk, and the thing that people aren't thinking about now.
Because essentially, what they're trying to do is they're trying to cut off China. From having resources.
And it's not working. It's just not working.
Not yet. But that's the thing. It's like, how many more steps do they have to take before then it's an actual, hey, we're going to war?
Well, that's the thing. That's just what I mean. Like, America right now is thinking as if it's existing in a bubble that nobody can approach. Because the way we handled Maduro, the excuse that we made for Maduro every other country has that kind of excuse towards America. Because the reason we went in there is because we were saying the drugs from Venezuela were killing U.S. citizens. America exports guns, drugs, and is the number one exporter of child pornography in the world. So every other country has a valid excuse, according to us, quote unquote, valid excuse to do what we did to Maduro to Trump. Right now, China, Russia, any of these countries can come in, kidnap Trump, take him back home, and they can say, you guys did this to Maduro, we're just playing fucking ball.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of whose back is going to break. Are we going to push these other countries to the point where they're going to try to do something crazy like that? Or are we going to start pushing other countries to where we're just going to have this like bullshit war going on again? Because Venezuela, we had no business going into Venezuela at all.
Yeah, that's what I said. Behind the scenes, the only reason why we did was because 80% of the oil that goes out of Venezuela goes straight to China. So it's like we're literally just trying to stop their oil supply.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but guess where else they can get it? Everywhere.
Everywhere else, right.
So, are we going to go take over the whole Middle East? Are we going to take over Saudi Arabia?
Exactly. And not only that, there's certain materials from China that you can't get anywhere else in the world. China has a patent on, certain refineries of minerals and stuff like that.
Well, so that's the reason for Greenland. That's why Trump wants Greenland. And what's crazy is they walk in and they were like, no, you can't have Greenland. And that's when Trump was like, all right, let's have a private meeting. And you think about it and you look at the numbers. The only reason why the UN said yes, that they'll let the US use Greenland, is you see the amount of money that the US contributes to the UN and everything that they do. Guarantee you Trump went in there because nobody actually knows what they said because it was behind closed doors.
Right.
But I guarantee you he said either you give us Greenland or we're pulling off funding. Yeah. Guaranteed. Because we fund over $850 million every year to the UN. Which is the closest person next to us is China, and it's half of what we give.
100%.
So that's exactly what happened.
And I see, like I said, I can understand that, but at the end of the day, Greenland belongs to Denmark.
Oh yeah,
they want their own independence from Denmark in general. They've been pushing for their own independence. For us to just walk in and be like, yeah, but you have that I want. Is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Especially
same thing with Canada saying, hey, we might want to join the US.
Exactly.
Does Canada really want to join the US?
Dude, they had an actual meeting. They brought that up in their little Parliament, Congress, whatever it is up there.
Yeah, they got a little little section of Canada that's
And then they were like, nah, we're not doing this.
I mean, we got Tom McDonald, that guy's, I'm a fucking MAGA patriot. And you're fucking Canadian, so shut the fuck up.
I'm not trying to be funny, though. The one thing, even if you disagree with everything he says and everything he stands for, music kind of fire.
Wait,
I ain't
Tom
trying to
McDonald?
Yeah. So, some of his songs are White Boy. That's me, bro.
Yeah, but I'm definitely not putting him at top 100.
Oh yeah, no. But I'm saying out of all the music in the world, it's up there.
Yeah,
it's top 200.
I'll give you. There's some that I'm like, yeah, I can listen to this, but there's never been a song where I'm like, you know what?
Yeah. There's not any of this oh, this is a banger.
Put a Grammy on that. No, I'm good on that.
That's why it sucked whenever
Kanye
was like, I'm a Nazi, and I was like, God damn it!
Right.
I liked you. I didn't like you, but I liked your music, and now it's
what's really
problematic.
Crazy, what's really crazy though is if this podcast ever comes up, it ever blows up. And Tom McDonald hears this, he's going straight for a diss rap. I already know.
Oh, yeah, sure. Dude, if this ever blows up and we have to host the Super Bowl.
Dude, could you imagine?
30-minute conversation.
All right, we're done with the music at the Super Bowl. Let's get 3 guys, maybe a couple more, sit around the table, have a conversation, mic them up.
They'd be like, Jay-Z, are you fucking losing your mind? He's like, no, I want to try something different this year.
We get on there and we're like, Michael, Charlie, what was that story about the blood tree you were talking about last time? Can you expand on the blood tree?
For those of you who don't know, this is 6 years of us building up this.
This is a callback from season 3.
You have to listen to all our albums to catch up.
Are you a real fan? You're like, come on. You got to get ready for the Super Bowl.
Wild.
Kendrick's show was so good. I've been sitting here thinking about it the whole time like that. Hey Drake, like that was God.
See, yeah.
Or is it Say Drake? I can't remember. He looks right at the camera and it's like he just has this shitty grin on his
Kendrick's
face.
was good. In my opinion, the best, like one of the best ones was Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, like that whole group when they did theirs.
What was that, a couple of years ago?
That was like 4 years ago, I think, something like that.
That's when the movie came out. Not, the NWA movie.
Yeah.
Straight
Yeah.
Up.
Yeah.
Because Ice Cube was there.
Yeah, that's what
all of them.
when that hype came back, so they put him in there. Man, I actually never watch any Super Bowl content whatsoever. Like I wait and watch the commercials afterwards.
Oh, dude, the commercials. That's the only reason why I'm there.
Yeah.
Like I could care less about the game.
Yeah.
Like
the game this year sucked.
Dude, the game sucked.
It's rigged.
The
rigged every year.
Sure, but it's just they didn't even. So I'm not like a big football person, but I had to commentate it in high school for Learn TV. So I learned a lot about it, and like the year that I was like actually like getting into it, the Panthers were fucking firing all cylinders and went all the way to the Super Bowl. So like I know stuff from that, and the whole time like every time I come back to the game, I was like, this is the worst fucking game I've ever seen. They would not throw a touchdown.
Yeah, dude,
like not till like
rough.
the last quarter did anybody ever even like score a touchdown. They were all kicking field goals. It made no fucking sense.
Just so you know, though, that's why I'm a Falcons fan.
What?
Because every single year the Panthers are doing fantastic.
The Falcons come in and fuck
first
them up.
team that beats them are the Falcons.
Every time.
Every time. They can't be having a perfect season. Then they play the Falcons, and they walk. It's like they walk into the locker room. It's like, all right, boys, we're losing this one, right? And everybody's like, yep. Like,
But the commercials this year, dude, like haunting.
I didn't even watch all of them.
Dude,
I saw some AI ones, and I was like, oh, that's not fun.
The highlight commercial was the commercial where a family, their dog runs out of the house, and the family's like, oh no, my dog's out. And Ring's like, don't worry, we can help. We're through AI, we can use every single Ring doorbell in your neighborhood.
To find your
And
dog.
we have the picture of your dog from your phone, and we can use AI to scan through all the Ring doorbells in your area until we find your dog.
That sounds like a violation of privacy.
I'm so glad I haven't put up my Ring doorbell in my new house yet.
I'm so glad I don't even have one.
Yeah. That was like the highlight commercial for the Super Bowl. Them being like, you're under a surveillance state now.
I saw a thing today that they're trying to pass a legislation where they can shut your car off
Yeah.
with a remote. And I was like, nope, don't like that.
Yeah.
I bet y'all go buy a classic car so they can't.
I already have classic cars. I don't have to worry about that shit.
But I'm
worried
just saying,
about
I'm like,
it for you guys.
if it ain't got a computer, can't be turned off.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I guess they could EMP it. Do EMPs work on those?
No.
I feel like both of mine are new enough that the
Not if
EMP
it's old
might
enough.
fuck it up.
If it's old enough, it won't. It's like any car made after like,
Yeah.
I want to say like 85 or something like that.
Damn. I'm not in that.
80, it's like 85, 90, something
Yeah,
like
but
that.
honestly, at this point, if you get anything like 2005 and like younger, you'll be fine. Like the
Yeah,
computer-
that's true.
The computers in there like fucking running Windows 1 to like compare to what we fucking have now. You know?
If that, it's all analog shit, really.
Yeah,
Like, I
exactly.
didn't even know my truck had sensors on it till like it went into limp mode the other day, and I was like, oh, okay, so I guess it does do that. Oh god,
I ain't got none of that on my 2016.
what do you mean you don't have any of that on your 2016?
I got-
That's all computer, isn't it? Pretty much.
No, I'm saying they ain't got no sensors, none of that. It's just literally like just the computer that's in their standard.
Would you get it like stripped down, basically?
No, just didn't have it.
Oh, you didn't like ask for that. You just were like,
You just gotta look at what you buy.
oh, okay.
That's why you
guess.
do an inspection first.
Yeah, no, I mean I understand that. I've never bought a car like off a lot, so like I'm always just like I know what I want anyway. So like I don't buy anything like newer. I haven't bought anything from this century, So like
I've never spent more than like $2,000 on a car. So
same.
Yeah.
People look at me like when I'm crazy when I say that, but I'm like you can get a decent car for like
I mean, I want to say a decent car. It got me where I had to get
Yeah.
for sure.
So when I took on my ad, right, they were asking 27. I talked them all the way down with 23 and 2 years of free.
this man's
oil
talking
changes.
crazy
Hell
numbers
yeah.
to me. What'd you say? You talked him down to what?
To 23,000 and 2 years of free oil changes.
This man's talking crazy. I would never pay that much for a vehicle. I might for a boat. A boat, I would pay that
I would
much.
never buy a boat.
I love boats. I think it's so cool. We can just get out
This
there
man's
and do
like, why
whatever.
buy a boat when I can get a kayak?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But let me tell you something.
Where are you going to use a boat around here?
The lake. Lake
Dude.
Lake Watery. You can take it down to Murray. You can
Lake
go to
Watery,
Catawba
Lake
River.
Wiley, Lake Murray.
Anytime-
Catawba.
Oh, I forgot about Wiley's
Anytime I
pretty
go
good,
into
too.
any one of these lakes,
The
I feel
ocean?
like I'm immediately stepping in human shit.
Cedar Creek.
Well, that's because there's no natural lakes in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
But Jocassee, have you ever been to there? That one's beautiful. It's crystal clear. You can literally go out there and look off the side of the boat and see the bottom.
You know, South Carolina has like 3 different lakes that are above black neighborhoods that they blew up and then dug a hole and filled it with water.
What?
Yeah.
What is Watery ones?
I don't
I
remember
wouldn't be
which one
surprised.
was. It's
I know
it's not
Murray's
Murray.
one, right?
Murray is
Murray's
one.
over like a small town.
There's one that's supposed to be like beautiful, like how you described it right now, like crystal clear water, stuff like that.
It's probably Murray. It's
Yeah.
whichever one's at the top because as you go down, it gets worse.
Yeah, there's not a lot in the United States, but South Carolina has 3. Georgia has like 8.
Whoa!
Yeah.
What?
It's
Jesus!
just neighborhoods that did a little too good for black people, and they were like, "Well, we can't have that."
Is that true?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I knew they were over towns and stuff. But I didn't know that was the backstory.
Yeah.
Well, you know, a bunch of them, a bunch of them, they didn't even blow up the houses.
Yeah,
They just built the dams.
and then they were just like,
So, like, that's like with Lake Murray, like he's talking about, right? They say that if you're out there and the wind is just right on the water, you can hear the church bell ringing.
That's haunting.
"Yeah, it's legit, dude."
Yeah, bro.
That. Why would you save me? Why would you?
And
tell
like,
me
not,
this?
not to mention, not to
No, I
mention,
mean, don't
I
get me
want you
wrong.
to buy a
Like,
boat.
not to mention the size of the catfish that are living in those houses now. Like,
Catfish.
no, like seriously, like in Lake Watery, they went down there like it was like in the 90s, and went down there at the dam, and like a whole dive team went down there, and they like rushed back up to the surface, and they were like, "What's wrong?" They were like, "There were catfish the size of minivans."
Yeah,
At Watery?
Yeah,
Damn.
because there's a lot of food down there.
yeah.
Really?
They-
Well,
they
Watery's
were like-
not one of the ones you said that there was anything down there, right?
Yeah, no. So like, what they do there is like literally right at the dam, they just sit there with their mouth open.
And food.
So the fish and everything go like down the dam, and it's stunned, and they're just like swallow it.
Those things are
Yeah.
grow.
Damn.
Yeah, those things are grow. Catfish are one of those cool animals that don't really grow because of age. Grow based on their environment.
Yeah.
Like if you if the
Based on your
conditions are-
environment
yeah.
and food source.
Yeah, if your environment's right, you'll fucking
Yeah.
you can eat.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And terrifying at the same
That's
time.
like
I love
the-
nature. This
that's
is
like
why
the-
I want a boat.
that's
I
like
like
the-
being out in nature.
That's like the African gorging toads that literally like just keep continuously eat until they explode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Dude, you got some
I
some
want one of
fucking
those.
fish where they'll fucking die because they'll try to eat a fish just
Yeah.
too big to swallow
Yeah.
and they'll just die.
Bass do that a lot actually.
Really?
Yeah,
Damn.
you can catch 2 for 1. They just try to eat each other.
I always feel like I see a lot of dead fish whenever I go to Lake Watery, like just floating.
South Carolina's got a lot of crazy history because we also have like a lot of like little lakes and swamps and stuff like
Yeah.
that that were made by meteors.
So we've got, I think, I saw a stat one time that like per capita, we've got more swamps than Florida.
I
Like
believe
if you like were to break it down, like
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
South Carolina bigger or as big as Florida, we would have more swamps.
yeah,
technically.
like it's because of the meteors.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
The-
would.
we had a lot of little meteor holes around here. It's pretty cool.
Like, you know, that explains why it's like feels like a magical kind of land around here.
I don't know if magical is the right word, but there's definitely like a vibe.
Yeah.
I feel like it feels like there is a hag that is cast a spell.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. Like I
like-
feel like eventually if you walk deep enough into the woods, there's just gonna be a lady hovering over a cauldron, being like da 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 da, and if you kill her, South Carolina will flourish. Like I
No.
there.
You don't kill her. Right?
You
don't
befriend
kill
her.
You befriend her, so then she benefits you.
I remember when the Queen died, somebody tweeted out without even like mentioning it, just saying, "What loot did she drop?" And that my mind immediately thought of that. Whenever you're like
Yes.
kill her, I was like, I wonder what loot she would drop. Like,
Pick up immortality.
dude, there's like I don't know if I've talked to either of you. I might have talked to you about this, but like this land that my house is on specifically has like a lot of like spiritual stuff happen here. Like, I don't know if you guys believe in ghosts or not, but I do. And like, there's a lot of like balls of lightning that have been seen floating around here, and entities walking around the land
Those are
and
lightning
stuff.
bugs.
Yeah.
Nah, like I mean, like
No,
like
I'm joking.
soccer size, like, you know.
I'm joking with
That's
you.
an actual phenomenon that happens.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I would imagine it would happen here because it is a lot of uncapped land, so the humidity like level.
Yeah.
Probably fuck right. But I don't know shit about shit.
Yeah.
So when it comes to ghosts, like, I personally don't really believe it is. But like, if I hear something moving or a weird thing in the woods, I'm not gonna go look it out. Like, you know, I'm not gonna check it out. I'm gonna just.
He's like, I'm not gonna be the first person to die. in
Right,
this
that's what I'm
movie.
saying, dude. Hell no.
Well, there's actually this place down the road here that we call the cold spot, because no matter what time of year you go there, like, it's like perpetually cold, and like
I've actually been known this.
Yeah, like that sounds super cool, and I would like to see that. But like, I'm not standing there.
no,
I'm good.
But
Why,
the thought
We'll
is
go with you.
I'm good.
the
I'm
thought
good.
the thought is amongst the people that have lived here that that's some kind of like spiritual like portal, and that's like why there's so many like strange entities and occurrences around here.
Honestly, it would not surprise me whatsoever if Lancaster, it's some area, right, is literally on top of a Native American burial site.
For
like,
sure.
at all. It wouldn't
For sure.
surprise me.
So you haven't talked to a single priest.
Me?
One priest.
No, I mean, like, it doesn't ever feel like it's threatening. You know what I mean? The vibe's never like, get the fuck out of here. The vibe's more like, hey, we're here, we're chilling.
Yeah, but see, that,
you know?
that's how it starts.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
then
mean, it's been
and
like
then
that
it
for. I'm
attaches
like the
to you.
5th generation that's lived here. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
it's
why
been
do you
going
think
on
they
that
never
whole
left?
time.
Like,
Right. Like, if I come around a little bit more often, you might get a little poltergeist come up. You know?
right? I'm just letting you know, next time I'm coming over, sage is being burnt in this house. Like,
I'll keep
The
that holy
house
water
is
in my
fine.
pocket.
be gone.
The house itself is fine. It's the land, like, down there, and then like this like field over here.
Yeah, you just
and I've
see
seen like
that-
a
yeah,
couple
we
things.
we could do an exorcism
Yeah.
on that.
Well, I'm
I'm
just
saying, like,
and like
make a map, actually.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
seen a couple things like since I've moved in here, but like it's always been outside. Like I saw
I will
somebody.
leave.
I saw like a ghost. I think kind of like out of the corner of my eye, standing on the porch here, and then I saw one sitting on the
How
in
many
the chair.
crosses are in this house?
A lot. And a lot of Bibles actually. So you know,
Were they your grandma's?
no. Well, one or two of them might have been, but a lot of them are like hand-me-down Bibles for my family, and I have my own.
Thoughts are starting to connect here.
But I mean, like, you know, it's not like it says never like threatening. It
It's
just
gonna
feels
be-
more like
look,
you know.
saying.
look, he's saying that now, and then tonight's gonna be the night where he's just like laying in the bed, sleeping, and he just feels a hammer, like just digging into him. Like, you brought that on yourself. You were talking about him, bro.
Like, I actually feel very safe, very protected.
That's good on you. Well, I mean, your whole family does live here. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fair. But I mean, I feel like it's not just that. Like, it's like a vibe. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it.
I mean, that must be nice, dude. That really must be like, I can't walk into Walmart and feel like that, you know? Like,
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
everywhere I
Probably 'cause
go, I'm always
white.
aware. I'm always aware there's at least one person looking at me like, ugh. You know?
I feel like, yeah, no, that's true. I don't have anything comparable to that.
Look, it's the same thing with me, bro. It's just not like you have your reasons, I have my reasons.
Yeah, exactly.
Mainly the fact that I'm fucking fat, but that's mainly the reason why people look at me and they're like, "Ooh,
Right.
man, you should not be outside." Like,
This shit like that's so aggravating too. Like, it's like, dude, if I'm a big person outside, isn't that what you want?
right?
Isn't that what you want? It's like it's the same thing with all these Karens that are like, why aren't kids outside? Why aren't kids outside? Where? You're gonna call the cops on me if I ride a fucking 4-wheeler or dirt bike down the street. If my soccer ball goes down the road or I have to cross the street, you're gonna fucking hit me with a car.
yeah.
Like,
Dude,
where am I supposed to go?
I can't tell you how happy I've been, like, to not only, like, hear kids playing, like, over here, and, like, just see them, like, riding bikes and 4-wheelers up down the road. I don't bother them all. I'm like, y'all do y'all.
Right,
You
'cause why
do
the
what
fuck would you?
Yeah, exactly.
That's-
Like, have fun. Enjoy being a kid.
Right.
You know what I
That's the
mean?
thing, like,
It's
really
awesome.
about our generation is probably going to be the last generation where every kid at one point or another was just outside playing.
Oh yeah, dude. I told you guys, I think in one of the last podcasts we did. We're the generation, and I always tell like my fiance has a sister who's 6 years younger, which
Yeah.
doesn't sound like a lot, especially because we hang out, we're friends, like we get along.
It's a lot more than people realize.
But I've like told her I can remember taking a shit without a phone in my hand. Like I can remember going to the bathroom and sitting there and being like, "Damn, guess I'm gonna read the back of this Febreze bottle real quick because I've been in here for a few minutes. Guess I'm gonna like just sit there and think for a second."
Oh, better than that, have the little magazine holder next to the
exactly,
toilet.
exactly.
Yeah.
Now, like as soon as your fucking cheeks hit the toilet, you pull the phone out and you're immediately scrolling.
Yeah.
And I said that to her, and she was like, "That's crazy. I don't think I've ever gone to the bathroom and not used my phone." I'm like, first of all, that's fucking gross. But second of all, you see what I'm saying? Like, we grew up in a place where I mean, my first phone was in an 8th grade or something like that.
I didn't get a phone until I was 14.
Yeah.
If we can pull it off, me and Caitlin have talked about like not giving our kids that kind of thing until they're like in high school.
Yeah, but
If we can pull it off.
But see, that's the thing. It's hard now
It is.
because, like, everyone has to be connected. And the only way to apparently connect is with a cellular device or technology. And I'm like,
not only that, but
write letters. Like,
yeah, and that's the thing though. Like, it's hard to do that because unless you get a good chunk of people to agree with you, your kid is gonna be singled out for that shit. Because I mean, when like you said, you got your first phone at 14, and if it wasn't like a cooler looking phone, you're almost embarrassed to pull that shit out. Like we had a flip phone.
no. So you have flip phones, right? Mine like went out the side like a switchblade.
Yeah,
bro.
the dude.
Everybody thought I was amazing.
Dude,
bro.
I had that
I'm
exact
just over-
same phone.
I'm just over here like, yeah, guys. Like,
You remember when the fucking slide-up
Oh, yeah.
keyboard came
Yeah,
out?
yeah,
You
yeah.
were flexing that shit. You wouldn't get a single text, and you'd be like,
yeah.
ah.
That was like the
Hey.
like
Hi.
when the Blackberries came
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
Oh, dude.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. Like,
That was actually my first smartphone. Was like a black.
Was it Blackberry?
Yeah.
like we went through that period of like as these phones were coming out, we were getting kind of embarrassed because we're like, oh, we can't keep up. Like there was definitely like, and even if you didn't get embarrassed, the other kids would make fun, you know. Especially
100%.
like I grew up an Android kid, still am. The whole iPhone Android shit was a big deal when we were in school, you know.
Yeah, it still is for a lot of people.
Exactly, it still is for a lot of people. So the idea of like, oh, I would love to raise my kids and not give them a phone until they're in high school. It's like, okay, well, you got to then make sure that your kid is going to grow up being that weird kid, which isn't a bad thing, but like you have to be prepared for that.
You have to help grow the foundation
Exactly.
of being like, hey, like you need to be strong.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
Just make sure he can take the heat. That's really what it is.
Well, and like we're not even pregnant right now, but we've always been like talking about that kind of thing because like we got a house, we got
Right.
we're getting married soon, so it's like that's on the horizon at some point. As long as everything is able to go well and we can both function the way we need to make that happen.
It's a whole different world. Like it really. I feel so bad. Like I recognize I'm aging so much because I'm like my parents had kids. Like I was my parents' age when I was born, and I have 2 older siblings.
Yeah.
So like, if I were my parents, I would have 3 kids right now. I would be lost as fuck trying to skibbity toilet 6, 7 with all these fucking kids. You know, like even now,
But you're not.
that's what I'm saying. If I had a kid, I would have blown my brains out. You know.
But like you're also thinking about from the perspective like all of a sudden you have 3 kids, right? Like by the time they're your age, they're 3 kids deep, right?
Yeah.
So like you have the built up, like I like to say the calluses in your brain of like, okay, this is how I need to handle this. You know what I mean? It's not like a fresh like.
Well, that's the thing though. That is a great point, but for my argument, because once you have a kid, you have less time than we have now. Like we know what 6, 7 is, but we can't. Me personally, I couldn't tell you what 6, 7 definitively means. I just knew it was meme to hell. By the time I learned what it fucking was, by the time I was using, I'm fucking unk. I look like a fucking unk, So, and I don't have kids. So if I had a kid that I had to, make sure stays alive, I have even less time to look into brain rot shit.
I want my kid to
even
keep me
worse.
on the bleeding edge of brain rot.
Exactly. I hope my kid's cool enough to where he comes up to me and he hits me with a 6, 7. I'm like, you're fucking dumb, but like. He helps me keep it.
See, I'm not even trying. I ain't even trying to be funny. I hope my kid's not.
He's like, I'm taking him out back.
The first time my kid comes up to me and he does some actual brain rot shit, 6, 7, skibbity toilet, whatever. I'm smacking him. Like, I'm just not in this house. Like
Thomas has
You do that on the street. You don't do that in here.
My punishment is gonna be I'm gonna give my kid a shovel, and every time they do some dumb shit, I'm gonna say you gotta dig for a certain amount of times. So the deeper that hole gets, they're gonna be like, damn, I can't fuck up again. Like I can't get out of this hole for real. That's gonna be my punishment.
Have you ever seen Talladega Nights?
Yes.
Oh, I love that movie. That reminds me of like, Grandpa, are you gonna tell us stories and take us fishing? And he's like, I have an idea. How about you guys dig a hole and I'll get in there and beat you.
I'm telling you, that'd be the perfect way. Because once they get like waist deep, they got to be like, hold up, something's going on here. And I don't like the first time they got to hook out of that hole. They're gonna be like, holy shit, I cannot fuck up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I mean, hopefully they don't dig a hole that deep within like a year or two. So.
You doing holes and he's doing like fucking, I don't know. Bro.
I'm letting you know right now, bro. If that was me as your kid, I'm digging 6 holes, like separate holes.
I'm marking that shit.
That's the thing. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. Like by the time I get done, they're gonna be up to my neck, and I'm just gonna grab a ladder with me when I go down it, and just gonna climb back out.
See, but that's what I'm hoping happens. That it's some critical thinking there going on with it.
But that's the type of kid I was. But like I was bad. Like in 6 months, I'm digging 6 holes.
Like if you look up in the hole and you're like, fuck, I'm stuck. I'm like, well, buddy, this might be Darwin, talking to us right here. Like if you've been digging this hole for 2 years and you think about, making a step or two, like this is natural selection at this point, son.
What do you think of the
just every once in a while he's stuck down there, throw a shovel on top of it.
What do you think of the Antarctica live stream that just like went dark after like 2 seconds?
I'm not sure what you're talking about. Yeah,
so I
think there's a hidden city in Atlanta.
I don't know what the fuck's going on down there, but there's about to be an eclipse down there.
Crazy people, bro. Mm-hmm.
Or it might be right now. I can't remember. It's this weekend. Mm-hmm. Anyways, like there was a live stream. I haven't done like a super lot of digging into it, so I was asking you because you're more up to date on current events than I am.
Like I said, I've had enough of conspiracy theories lately. Like I'm so scared to look at any other. I haven't eaten a bagel in over like a month. Like
what's wrong with bagels?
The whole cream cheese thing. You don't know about that?
No.
Good.
What's going on with that?
What about that?
I need to know about that.
Yeah, what's going on? I don't eat bagels like that, but I like to know.
So part of the files came out that there were cannibalistic tendencies to happen involving children. There's been some messages.
Children would eat each other?
They would eat the babies. Like the whole thing where like drink the blood of babies and eat babies and all that shit that we thought was a crazy conspiracy is in the files. Like there's back and forths of people talking about this. And one of the main messages that stuck out was somebody saying that the intestines of some of these babies taste like cream cheese. And the reason that is because babies that young, the only thing they have in their intestines is milk. So it's like, gets that like fermentation, mushy feeling of like cream cheese.
Yeah, I really want a bagel.
So that's the whole.
And that's in the files?
That's in the files.
So what So the kids weren't eating each other.
No, the adults were eating the kids.
Yeah, it's the whole idea, like, because there was a whole bunch of like
stem cells and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
make you live longer.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like this whole crazy shit that we were hearing before. Like Alex fucking Jones convinced a group of people that there was a pizza shop in Washington D.C.
and he wasn't that far off.
They were doing it underneath the pizza. He was literally saying how they were having these satanic cannibalistic rituals underneath this pizza place in D.C. So much so that his followers broke into this pizza place, ripped up some of the floorboards, and they found nothing because he's a fucking lunatic. To now this came out in the files, and he was like, I don't believe this.
Wait, Alex Jones?
Yes, Alex Jones says he does not believe.
They got to Alex?
Yeah.
Damn.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude. Fucking this.
Well,
so
but
crazy.
okay, but part of that too is like I feel like from Alex's perspective, in defense of Alex Jones, probably one of the 5 times I would ever say that.
That was a wild statement.
Yeah. The Sandy Hook thing, I think, fucked him up. Mm-hmm. Like, him coming out and, like, all that stuff being said that he said that was wild shit to say, and then getting his pants sued off. Like, I think Now he's probably a lot more careful, and also the Pizzagate thing. He's probably a lot more careful about what he says.
I get that, but like, if there was ever a chance you could not be careful, like you're known as the crazy conspiracy man, and when these people are like, "Hey, here's like," it's not proof of these crazy conspiracies, but like, it's there. Is the one time where it's like, I don't know. I liked it better when I imagined it. Like, that's basically where we're at. I liked it better.
I like my fan fiction.
Exactly. People are writing their own yaoi version of the Epstein files like years ago, and they're like, I prefer that version instead of what I really.
Well, so what's interesting is, I got really big at one point into watching all these different videos of like ex-sectanists, like ex-Satanist people that were like ex-warlocks, like head warlocks and everything, right? And one of them was talking about, like, it's actually kind of scary that you're talking about this, like, and this came up, and this is what I thought of. But he was talking about, he was one of the arch warlocks within Satanists worldwide, right? And like they wear like a special outfit, which is like essentially the like a tux with like the skull paint on their face, and that kind of thing. Like it's very specific, right? And the thing is like, the way that they do all their rituals and their magic is through abortions. Well, then at some point in the U.S. they outlawed abortions, right? And then the whole abortion thing happened, right?
Yeah.
Well, he came out with a video and he was saying it doesn't matter because we're just doing it to all the other kids. And I'm just like, what? And then you read into then you look into the Epstein files and stuff like that, and you see that, and it's like, he wasn't lying.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like
these conspiracies where you used to look at people and be like, "You're fucking nuts." There's no way.
Well, the frog thing ended up being true, right, or something like that, to a certain extent.
Exactly, all of them to a certain extent, because that's the thing that these people do. Like Andrew Tate, like if you give one truth and two lies, if people aren't smart enough to look into the lies, they just believe it all is true. Like Andrew Tate would be like, "You want to get bitches? Take a shower and work out." That's great news. Yeah. That's great thing. And then he's like, and then you have to dominate your bitch. And it's like, okay, like, let's take a step back.
He was right about the shower. Right. So maybe I should be.
Exactly.
So that's one of the crazy things, right? It's like Andrew Tate was like, oh yeah, it's talking about two truths and one lie. It's like, oh yeah, I was invited to go to this place doing this thing where all these other Hollywood stars were going to be at, this, that, and the other. But I declined.
Exactly.
We all know if he gets offered that, he's going. Like, he's going.
It's like Elon Musk is like, I've literally never been to the island. I wouldn't even think about going to the island. And then the emails come out and he's like, hey, can I please come to the island?
Right.
Can I please go?
The meme with Stephen Hawking getting picked over Elon is so fucking funny.
Hey, I mean,
that is wild.
That's a whole different system. He doesn't need. That works on its own. It's fucking nuts. That's what I mean. Like you have.
That's the thing. It's the amount. Like my thing is not just like what they were doing or anything. It's the amount of people involved. Mm-hmm. If you were to actually like uncover everything, right, uncensor everything, get the full list, and anybody who has evidence against them, lock everybody up. All of your politicians are gone.
Yep.
All of Hollywood is gone.
Maybe that's what needs to happen.
Like, I mean, that's the goal, dude, and that's part of like what I'm trying to do. Because again, like I'm a Democrat because that's just who decided to allow me to work with them. Like Republicans completely turn me away, and these Democrats are upset at me still. But I'm like, I'm gonna do this shit with or without you guys. So you can either put your name and give me the funding to do it, or I'm just gonna figure out how to do it by myself. Mm-hmm. But I'm never like in an actual like Democrat. I've never really considered myself to be an actual full-fledged Democrat. So I want everyone to be held accountable as possible. Like the amount of people who are like, well, Bill Clinton's on there, fuck him, log him up.
Well, Bill Clinton sounds like, release the Epstein files. He's like, I'm going down, I'm taking these motherfuckers.
Dude. Yeah, no, that's exactly what it's going to do. Like, that's the thing. That's why, like, literally, has anybody been arrested for it?
Like I said, the only person who's been arrested is Ghislaine Maxwell.
I didn't even try to say that name.
Technically, like, if you really, like, break it down, she is an evil person. But at the end of the day, she was one of Epstein's first victims. She was groomed to be in the position that she was in. She was abused when she was a minor, was then told, we would abuse you less if you recruit other minors, and she was just stuck in there for the rest of her life. So
She's the scapegoat.
Exactly. The fact that she's the only person who's in jail is ridiculous.
Caitlin had no idea any of this was going on. We were talking about last night because she was like, "Why do I keep seeing all these Epstein memes?" And I was like, "I mean, where do you want to start?"
Yeah.
And she was like, "Well, I know that like he probably didn't kill himself, but that's
He
about it."
definitely did not kill himself.
If he even died, but I mean that's
No,
all.
he's
no,
definitely
he's
dead.
definitely
He's
dead.
Y'all
definitely
think so?
dead. Yeah, 100%.
I don't think he's dead.
100%.
I think he's in hiding.
That is a person who you
This
risk
man-
too much with keeping him alive.
I
This
think
man literally just said, "Nah, he's like Tupac and Adolf."
no,
No, bro.
Well,
He's dead.
well, Adolf, first of all, definitely probably escaped to Argentina and lived out his days there.
Think so?
I think it's reasonable enough because, like, the whole. This is a whole different, like, segue, but that whole thing was like, we didn't even find him. The Russians did, allegedly. But, what's his name? I kept wanting to say Putin. Stalin.
Yeah.
Kept the body for like a long time and wouldn't even let anybody look at it. And then when they did look at it, it turned out to be like a woman's body.
Well, they also arrested his wife. I don't know if they were
Girlfriend,
actually married.
long-time
Yeah, I would say
girlfriend,
yeah. But even with that, like, I understand Russia did do like that's kind of sketchy on Russia's part. But like, I understand that. Do you know who had the most deaths in that war?
Stalin, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Russians did. The
Yeah.
Russians were fucking.
Well, that's
decimated.
why I don't believe Russia actually found his body, because it makes your people feel better when you can be the one saying like, yeah, we found the body, we got him, he's dead. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's what they said. I mean, that's what they did. You know,
it's
they
just
were
like
the
Bin
ones-
Laden.
Yeah.
I mean, like, did we really kill him?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, for sure.
I
They
don't know.
live streamed it, dude.
I don't know.
No,
I think
no,
we
like-
killed
like-
somebody that looked like Bin Laden.
So like genuinely, yes, we did kill Bin Laden. Wasn't the Navy SEALs that did it, but we did kill Bin Laden.
It's like a lot of that stuff is like, even if they're alive, like people like Hitler or whatever, they didn't do anything else. There's nothing else that they could have done.
Yes.
But someone like Epstein, there's far too much to risk leaving him alive. Because this is an international story. You have other
Yeah.
governments now, like,
Looking
about
into
this.
it.
Exactly. They're about to start fucking suing us.
I think that, and I don't just necessarily disagree with you, but I think that there's a reasonable doubt that he could still be alive. And that, like, he's got the money, he's got the connections to at least pull off getting out of jail.
but-
And, maybe he died somewhere else along the way, but I don't believe that when they said he died. Because, like, there's just so much that happened that, like, it doesn't make sense for... it's like there's smoke there. I can't see the fire, but I see the smoke. You know what I mean?
So my thing is he didn't have access to any of his funds because they were immediately frozen as soon as he was
didn't.
arrested.
But somebody else could have.
Yeah, but how are they gonna like?
Well, maybe not his
coordinate with
funds,
him.
but
Yeah.
but he knew where the bodies were buried.
Yeah,
You
but
know what I mean?
I guess like you can also view it like this. Chapo was one of the richest men who like existed in terms of like power in the modern world.
Yeah.
And it took him a while to escape from jail. And he
Yeah.
had all the money in the world moving. He had access to cell phones. He wasn't
Yeah.
as securely locked down as Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
Probably had more money than Jeffrey Epstein and came from a world where his people aren't afraid to do shit out in the open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if it took Pablo Escobar a while to do it,
Yeah.
he was in jail for like what, a couple months?
Is he dead too, or is he? alive?
Escobar?
No,
he's
he
alive.
he was in jail for almost a year.
Yeah.
It was right at a year.
And then he escaped.
Yeah.
Is he still out there, or he back in jail?
Chapo?
I don't know. Or Chapo or Escobar.
Well,
or either
Pablo
one.
Escobar is dead.
He's
For sure.
dead.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's like an older.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
I don't know a lot about
So
like Colombia.
El Chapo, he actually passed away, and now everything's being ran by his son, which is Chapo Jr.
Oh.
Which his family just got pardoned and are now living in the U.S.
Really? The
Yes.
Chapos are here?
The Chapo family now is a government protected family who lives in the United
That's
States.
Interesting.
Because this administration is not about law and order or justice. It's about their personal agenda.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And the son's running shit now?
Yeah.
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 Okay, sorry, I don't know a lot about cartels.
Chapo Jr. He picked right up where his dad left off.
But he isn't actually, because now he's a good boy American.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
A good boy American.
His part is alleged. My part is the facts. He's a good American now. It's alleged that he's running his dad's cartel. It's the same shit. Like, the day the Somalian scam shit came out, Trump pardoned a man who was responsible for hundreds of millions of dollars against the American people, was immediately pardoned that exact same day.
What happened with all that, the Somalians?
They looked into it and they found that only 2% of the thing that they brought up was actual fraud, because all the other shit was stuff that was already being handled under the Biden administration.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the main woman who was in charge of the whole Somalian scam BS was a white woman named Amy
Schumer.
No, Amy Babbitt. Amy Babbitt, something like that. Something along those lines.
There's always weird names associated with this shit, you know?
Yeah, and she was like the one who organized all of this, like, quote unquote fraud. And so we already have 12 to 15 people who are in jail for this stuff.
You use the bathroom?
No, I had to stand up.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were waiting to ask me. I was going to tell you what it was.
This chair is hurting.
Oh, yeah. No.
That's definitely, yeah.
No, I wanted cushion chairs, but we inherited my grandma's table, so, like, you know. You can't just.
You could buy a cushion.
That's true.
Yeah. To go with these shoes.
Right, they sell chair cushions.
Do you want a butter pillow?
No.
Oh.
So I actually.
Those are Caitlin's, by the way.
I actually do have a question.
All right.
This is going to kind of change the subject.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay.
But, you know, today's Friday the 13th.
Right.
But tomorrow is February 14th.
Valentine's Day?
It's Valentine's Day.
That
right?
made up holiday?
So, yeah. From the Valentine's Day massacre, of course.
Right. We always celebrate.
Yeah, we're celebrating. Yeah. Hey, who doesn't celebrate a good massacre?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
we remember the Alamo.
Exactly. We do. Never forget.
Anyways, you were saying.
Oh, wait. That's not for Alamo.
Remember jet fuel doesn't melt? Was it steel beams?
Yes.
No, so genuinely though, y'all doing anything for Valentine's Day?
Dude, I ordered a kitchen island for Valentine's Day. I
ain't
got a
no-
Lego set. I had
Dude,
the.
Valentine's Day on a Saturday this year.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fucking disgusting.
Well, no. But that's what I'm saying. Are you even doing anything like at home?
Nah, I probably just cook. I mean, I'm work tomorrow, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll probably cook a little Alfredo. And that's about it.
Yeah.
Caitlin works, but we're doing our stuff Sunday and Monday. I'm gonna take her out to a nice dinner.
Okay.
I'm gonna, Monday we're probably gonna go to the lake, get on that boat.
Okay.
You know.
Just don't get dragged down.
Yeah, for real. But I got her car wash.
So-
I put gas in it, you know. Like I got her some gifts and stuff that she will receive either tonight or tomorrow. I haven't decided yet.
Nice.
So.
You doing something?
Nah, man, I'm single.
Hey, don't make
You're single? I thought you were engaged.
No.
Oh.
No.
See,
Can't
I'm
nobody hold me down.
I'm also Mexican as hell. Like for us, Valentine's Day, like it's we don't say Valentine's Day. We say El Día del Amor y Amistad, the day of love and friendship.
Okay.
Oh, that's sweet. I like that.
Yeah,
That's
it's
nice.
like it's literally just you're supposed to love everyone. So
Yeah.
like,
So you're going to
Yeah.
Halcyon.
Yeah. So I am gonna be going to Halcyon. I was originally supposed to participate in the Valentine's Day banquet at my church, but I decided that I didn't want to go make a fool of myself like my parents are, because that's what they think is entertaining. And it's 1950s themed
Oh my
boo
gosh.
wops,
Ooh.
like doo-wops, and I'm
Nice.
like, yeah, no, I'm good. I don't want to be.
What kind
over
of food
there.
are they serving?
Do what?
What kind of food are they
Just
serving?
Dude, probably like
Shit stuffed in Jello.
yeah, bro. It's gonna be like meatballs in Jello,
Yeah.
like, or something, bro.
Here's my
like,
mayonnaise salad.
Yeah.
Can Alejandro?
like I have no idea, but like I know they were like, oh yeah, you gotta sing and this that and the other. I was like, I'm not singing.
Like, how hardcore 50s are we going?
No, like my mom brought a dress.
Oh, okay.
Like it's 1950.
Yeah, but I think
dress.
is what he's asking is like, is there like two different bathrooms? Or like,
Yes. Like they're
Like-
they're relabeling everything.
yeah,
Yes,
we we're bringing back two water
Yeah.
fountains.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I don't think that's a problem in our church, but
Separated dance floors.
so, but like when I say like 1950s doo-wop, like I'm talking about like Ray Charles, like that kind of music.
You just straight up, you should go and just pull up in a pimp suit. Just fucking cane and everything. Just
and
straight
walk. You gotta do the walk.
just fucking pimp in there.
I'm just gonna go to Halcyon. I'm gonna spend my little bit of time up there.
You'd be like, "Hello, guys."
There's gonna be a couple people at Halcyon.
I'd imagine there's a good little crowd there all the time now.
Oh yeah,
Dude, I'm excited for it.
I'm
Comedy
just-
show coming up too is gonna be nice.
I'm imagining you rolling into that church party in a pimp suit, going like, "Hello, my name's Thomas, but friends call me Tom." And you do like a little thing with your hat, like you tip it, you know.
I don't know, Tom.
Little fedora.
No, Halcyon's killing it, dude. I'm very proud of Mike and Charlie and
Yeah, it's been
the
fucking
success
Dude,
that they
the
got
amount
there.
of Pokemon cards that they sold up there last
Yeah, no, dude, this
Wild.
place, that place is basically turned into a casino.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie. Like I'm part of it. If I'm not getting something, I'm egging somebody else on. It's like open another one, bro. You gotta open another one. That one, the next one's a hit.
The next one's the hit. I promise.
bro. Every single
SIR
time.
right there. It's right there.
They're chasing that dopamine.
Wait.
We had some people get hits last night.
Yeah,
too, though, so.
Chance pulled like a $100 card.
Dude,
Yeah.
I don't want to say Kilmer. Davey pulled that $100 card and then gave it away to somebody.
Yeah, he gave it to
Was it Bo? Did he
no,
give
he
it
gave
Vaughn.
it to Vaughn.
Yeah.
Vaughn, okay.
And then so Chris hit some, a couple of them, and then we had some new people that were in there that hit some. I hit one, and then I just gave it away because I don't know Pokemon like that.
I don't either.
Good.
I don't even like buying the packs. I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh, these are cool.
Yeah.
Anyways.
There's literally only one content creator that I follow that's like Pokemon content.
Logan Paul.
No, it's fucking.
It's
I
alright.
hate him.
God, that guy's awesome. Man, that guy's so good. I'm so glad they're like professionally. All they do is get their ass beat now.
Yeah.
Like it's both
It's
of them.
nice.
Yeah, it's nice to see.
It's nice. It's very fulfilling. Like, but they like the thing that bothers me about is like they know it's fulfilling. They
Oh,
know
yeah.
that's what we want, so they're giving it to us.
Dude, I don't care. I mean, they think they're playing fucking chess, but like at the end of the day, we're just seeing you get your ass beat. So like,
That's fair.
like who
Dude,
cares?
Dude,
What were you
his
saying?
actual like the look on his face after the last fight though was hilarious.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Yeah.
broke his
like
jaw?
the day after is
Yeah.
hilarious
What were you saying? The content creator that you follow that
for
opens
Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Oh, he's. I've never seen his face. He's one creator. Yeah, he opens a pack of Pokemon every single day. Every single day.
Don't,
Just
don't
one
tell me
pack.
it's to do this like, should we open it?
Yeah,
Or should we keep
yeah.
it
Should I
sealed?
give it in or should I keep it sealed?
I can't stand that dude. He's just like, well, today we have this pack right here from 1922. Like,
Yeah.
like it's like always like some rare pack. He's like, this right here retails for $1,500, and I'm like, do not open that pack.
Yeah, I'm gonna open it.
He's just like, should we open it? Should we keep it sealed? Well, we're gonna open it, guys. Let's find out. And they just like he just opens it, and
Garbage.
I promise. 99% of the time, it's oh no, we should keep it sealed.
Yeah,
Right.
that's why I watch it, dude. He's on episode like 400.
So this man's just bleeding.
He's
money.
bleeding.
He
cash.
is so good. Like that's the only reason it makes me feel good because it makes me feel fiscally responsible. Because I've seen him spend hundreds of thousands of dollars for sure. Like he was like, "There's only 3 of these packs in the world. I'm gonna open it." And it's like,
What are we looking for? We're looking for that. We're looking for the ultimate Charizard, like
Yeah.
or something like.
He's got a series called Burning Shadow Sundays on that channel,
Uh-huh.
right? Every single Sunday, he opens 6 packs of Burning Shadows for looking for one fucking Pokemon card. He's on pack 300 right now, and he hasn't even gotten a third of the cards
But he's
from
just
that pack.
making them shoot them in value
Holy
because the
shit,
more
yes,
he
he
opens,
is.
the less there are.
When he started it, a box was like $600. Now it's like $1,300.
It's crazy. Like, because I've watched this whole thing from a third person perspective, so like it's watching the Pokemon market kind of like a snake eating its own
Oh,
tail.
yeah.
Like, it's insane. Like, and people are just like foaming at the mouth. And
That's
I'm-
crazy.
It
But-
just
But did y'all hear about what they're planning to do?
What are they
Starting
planning to do?
next year, I think it is.
Uh-huh.
Pokemon's planning on printing specifically in the U.S. and they're upping their print count to over 10 million packs.
So is that going to devalue the market?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Actually, I feel like it's going to make it worse because they're not changing the pick rates. at all.
Oh.
So they're upping the print, but your same amount of rares and all that is the same.
And so he's gonna get asking more people spending money.
That's exactly what it is.
So it could increase the value because they're technically just.
I never would have thought. I mean, I knew Pokemon cards were valuable, right? But like 5 years, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, hell, 3 years ago, the way people breaking into stores just to steal like their Pokemon stock, that's crazy. What the fuck is going on? Yeah. I mean, I know it's shot up here, like, not just recently, but it's been going up for a long time.
It's not even that it's shot up recently. Pokemon has been very cyclical for a while. Like, Chance has a Bubble Mew, and he even talked about it. A year ago, that thing was worth like $2,000. Right now, it's worth like $1,000, but it's rising in price.
Yeah,
because it's just these little cycles that happens. But Pokemon has been up for years.
It's almost like what it feels like to me is like it's almost like they're going through like the first batch of things, right? And then it's like somebody finds a warehouse that has all that whole like the whole warehouse is filled with that. So then they start like those get released into the market. So then all the prices drop. And then once those are gone, it's like, oh, well, that's the price now. Like, because there's always like a second wave. Like, I've noticed that there's always like a second wave
like,
of the
it
same
almost
packs.
feels purposefully done. Like, it definitely feels like...
Well, they're definitely manipulating their own economy. But it is crazy, like, that's kind of, in a way, like Bitcoin.
No, the craziest one, though, is the ones where they had in McDonald's. The Pokemon packs that were in McDonald's. Mm-hmm. Dude, the energies, which are known to never be worth anything. The energies in the McDonald's packs are $45.
Wow.
So imagine.
Damn, I should have kept some of those because I just threw out a bunch.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and it's just ridiculous.
$45.
You have Post Malone paid like
$200,000.
He paid. I think it was like close to $1 million for the Magic card. Cause he
for the One Ring.
Yeah, because Magic did a collab with Lord of the Rings, and they printed one card for the ring, like the actual ring, and some kid pulled it, and Post Malone reached out to him and was like, "I'll give you $1 million on site for that card."
Damn.
And the kid was like,
yeah, it's a fucking card.
This is a piece of cardboard.
Yeah, dude.
But like that's the thing, like Post Malone, like you want to talk about somebody who's so interesting to me.
Post Malone's an interesting
Post Malone. This man started off singing country music and gospel, right? Goes from there, goes to hip hop. This man at heart is a redneck.
Yeah.
And he is a nerd. 100% nerd.
It's like he grew up in our town.
Yeah, he's finally to the point now where it's like now in general in society, it's like it's okay. Like he can actually flaunt it.
Yeah.
If you were to go back 15 years ago, he would have immediately been written off.
Yeah. Hell, 10 years ago, he would have been written off.
10 years ago. Like,
have you seen this college video? This college music video?
Yeah, I have.
Oh
it's so
God.
funny.
Yeah, that's one of the best fucking artists in the world, man. God,
I'm telling you,
that man was on the grind long before.
I mean, I think of people like that with like Pat. Like Pat's fucking, he's fucking making art out there. And he's just started off on his own, you know. Yeah. I saw the other day he posted somebody who was like, "Nobody knows who you are," and he was like, 20,000 monthly listeners, bitch. Yeah. Like that's fucking awesome to see. You can start it off for sure.
I mean that's like y'all remember he's mainly on YouTube and Twitch and stuff, but the Do, like you never see his face. All it is like guitar.
Yeah.
Bro. People are like, oh, nobody even nobody even knows what you look like. This, that, and the other. He's like, number one, that's the point. Second off, they all know me on Omegle. Like, he's like, everybody knows me on Omegle. Like, I promise you, like, if I'm ever on something and I see him, I'm gonna be like, no way. Like,
you're that guy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like in awe and be like, do you have the Hello Kitty guitar? Can you play that one? Like,
yeah, anybody can become like famous and influential. Yeah. I mean, you got fucking iShowSpeed as being like our best representation of what Americans should be out there. That guy's wild.
I hate him.
That guy's so fucking wild. Hey, he's a rabid anti-Zionist.
Yeah.
He's a rabid anti-Zionist. He's fucking
iShowSpeed, is that the streamer that was going to Korea and fucking with them?
Yeah.
Or am I thinking of a different guy?
Yeah, you're thinking of a different guy, because iShowSpeed is usually pretty like
iShowSpeed is the one that
jumped over a Lamborghini.
Yeah, he jumped over a Lamborghini. literally his whole thing is like, oh, I'm just gonna race people.
Yeah.
Like
he's
like in a foot race.
He's a god tier athlete. Like he went and trained with Dwayne Reed because he was like, I'm a huge fan, and Dwayne was like, I can't stand this little motherfucker. And so he went out there, did some boot camp training with him. And at the end, Dwayne was like, "You're fucking legit," because like he hit a sprint faster than like 90% of the guys out there.
Yeah,
damn.
Like he raced Usain Bolt.
Yeah, I would say
really?
yeah, he matched one of Usain Bolt's paces for one of his famous races. Like the first record he broke, speed matched that.
Wow.
He's actually speed broke.
He's short too.
Yeah, he's
like,
fucking just.
He's like 5'7".
But I love him so much because he's like I said, a rabid anti-Zionist. Like, I can't remember what artist came up to him at like the Grammys or something, and he was like, Free Palestine. She's like, oh no, and he's like, oh, you're a Zionist? Crazy. And he literally like opened his Instagram live on chat and unfollowed her like as she was talking to her, because he's like very like about his shit. But I also love him because he's ignorant as fuck, but he's so wholesome. Like, he's just dumb wholesome that he's exposed a lot of shit. He was in some part of Africa, and he was in the museum, and there was a raw diamond there, and he was like, I want to buy that. And the guy was like, oh no, I can't sell that to you. And he was like, why? He's like, I got the money right here. That diamond's right there. How much is it worth? And the guy was like, it's worth like 10 million. He was like, okay, here's my 10 million. Give me that diamond. And the guy was like, no, we only have 3 clients in the world because we sell directly to those distributors, and then those distributors distribute it to other people. And he was like, that sounds like a fucking scam. And he unironically unraveled this scam to a bunch of
why diamonds cost so much.
Exactly. He unironically unraveled this, and his whole chat is like, that is crazy, chat. That is wild, chat. Why is it like this, chat? And they're subconsciously being woke without even recognizing. Like, he's over here being like, why would you be pro-Israel when they're literally murdering people on the street? And you have these dumbass kids who are like, you know what? He's got a point. Murder is bad. Huh, I never thought about it that way. Because he's just an influential person.
But like, so the only videos that I could even watch of him is where he's just actually being funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not like a fan of him, but I'm like
personally, like, I just can't watch him.
Yeah, I can't. I'm a fan.
He is annoying.
Yeah.
He is. I feel like he is the stereotypical like
Who's the
Gen Z.
Yeah.
Representative.
I look at him. I'm like, he definitely didn't take his meds.
Yes.
Who's the white kid that tries to like start fights with people, and then he has this big bodyguard come in? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Dorsey.
Yeah, that's about right. Daltrey or something.
Yeah, Dorhe. I know exactly who you're talking about.
He looks like he has a very punchable face.
That's Max.
No,
he just he was arrested, and then he was like out right away.
It's the one where his girl left him, right?
Yeah. He got bitched at a gas station because like he not bitch slapped. He just got punked like real hard because he was at the gas station, and these guys came out and be like, "Is that Dorhe? Is that Dorhe? Where's your security guard now? Where's your security guard now?" And when they walk out, he's literally just takes the gas pump out, and as soon as they're talking to him, he puts it right back against his car and just like drives the fuck away. Because they're like, yeah, you're a big dude. You're a big, brave dude. Pull the fuck up now. You don't have that big-ass dude with you. What's up?
So his fame's kind of like fucking him up a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
But he's also been famous for like...
He's made his money.
Since he was like a little kid.
Then again, he lost a shit ton of money when his girl literally took it.
Jack Doherty.
Yeah, Jack Doherty.
Jack.
And that's what I mean. Like, there's that issue that I see is the real big issue is that you have these group of young guys who are doing this for the clout because you have fucking Sneeko, who got clowned so hard he came out that he's a legitimate cuck. Like, he enjoyed seeing his girlfriend get fucked, and he still has some kind of like popularity among them, and they still clowned him for that. But because he's still saying this whole like white supremacist shit, he's still prominent. You have fucking Nick Fuentes, who's both gay and Mexican, being like, I support the anti-gay and Mexican party. Like, it's like they're only in it for the clout. That's like earlier when you were like, what is Asmongold? They're all opportunists. Yeah. Like, they all just know where I can get my money from, where I can get this clout from, and they'll do it. And it's crazy because it's not like it's good clout, but because they don't touch grass, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Like, Asmongold became famous because like became very, very relevant because he walked off a frame one time and you got to see his room and he lives in like a landfill, like fucking cockroach.
Yeah.
Like a cockroach crawled on his chest at one time during stream and he was just like, anyways, chat, and he just kept going. Like, and he's still a prominent figure. I think he is the most viewed person on Twitch right now. Like he's the most popular Twitch streamer. And it's just because he says the right things.
So Asmongold originally, like, his first following was because he was like hardcore World of Warcraft, right? And then he got tired of putting all the money and time that he was getting into World of Warcraft, and his Twitch following wanted to see other stuff, so he started doing reaction videos, and that's where he started like actually developing like his following, and that's when he blew up.
And now JD Vance calls him on a regular basis.
Really?
Yes, he's in direct
Because he's that influential.
Exactly, and he's on that side. But again, if you ask him, he's a centrist. Like he'll say all day long, he's a centrist. He just supports MAGA, but he's still a centrist.
Damn, that's crazy. You think we'll ever start getting phone calls from like prominent people to be like, hey, what do you think about this?
I'll tell them I'm charging them for their time.
Dude, I know. Again,
if they got that much money, bro, I'll tell you, I'll charge by the minute, $20.
Dude, I recognize I'm a nobody, man, but I'm getting some of these calls right now. It's been pretty cool. Like I'm in communications right now with some pretty cool people. Joe Biden is coming to Colombia at the end or beginning of this month, and fingers crossed, I'm gonna get a really cool opportunity there.
Nice. Is he gonna get to talk to him? You think you'll talk to the robot?
Hopefully, whatever happens. I don't really expect much to happen, because once you get into these higher level people, they have to do their due diligence on me. Like I'm sure I'll never get to meet the president because of some of the shit I posted or said.
I don't know. Why not? Joe Rogan did.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Joe Rogan said,
Joe Rogan says some wild stuff, bro.
That's the
rubbing shoulders with the right people.
Right.
Yeah.
And also having the influence to be like, okay, well maybe we should sit down and talk to this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Again, I'm Democrat by title, but I'm sure Joe Biden would not want to meet with me if he knew some of the shit I've said about Joe Biden. I've said some decent things about him, but there's definitely a lot less decent things I've said about him than there are good things.
I would have so many questions. And I don't think he'd be able to answer anything.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm about to say, as soon as I start asking questions, he's just going to start mumbling, and then I'm going to be gone.
I don't think he'd be... Well, okay, so, I don't know.
I
got mixed feelings about Biden.
I don't see me meeting anyone above a governor and not going to jail. I just don't see myself having a conversation with anyone with that much power. I mean, because eventually, I'm going to feel like Kelly Kapoor in that one episode. First of all, how dare you?
So it's funny you say that, though, because, I have sat down and had conversations with, Nikki Haley.
Mm-hmm.
You have?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was interesting.
It's weird having conversations with people like that.
Because we agree on a lot of things.
You didn't get to push the buttons.
Yeah, it was great.
Interesting.
But I also specifically did not bring up the things that we disagree about.
Yeah.
Because I knew not to.
Yeah, and that's my thing. I hate riding that line. I've pushed back on every single person who's called up on me. So I have about 6 or 7 politicians that I'm bringing to Lancaster. I'm in direct contact, and they're all coming down to Lancaster for the first time in fucking years. The last time we had a politician in Lancaster was Lindsey Graham to give a bunch of money to the police department here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
Yeah.
I had a photo op with Barry Fell.
Exactly, and then prior to that,
God, so much has happened since then.
Exactly.
I was damn.
Prior to that, we haven't had another politician come to Lancaster to talk to the people in a long time. Because even Lindsey Graham didn't come to talk to anybody. He just came to give money, take pictures, and then left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm holding public forums for at least 6 or 7 different candidates. The 26th of this month, Jermaine Johnson is coming to Bar Street at 7 o'clock for a public forum that I'm helping to organize with him. And with him, we're going to have Brandon Brown running for governor, Sylvia Wright running for superintendent, Kitty Crosby running for District 44, Nicole Venture running for District 45, Andrew Clough running for governor. So there's going to be a good handful of people there. And then each one of those people are going to have their own individual events as well in Lancaster, so they can have like as much exposure to these people as possible.
Hell yeah.
And every single one of those people that I've talked to, because they reach out to me.
Yeah.
Like, I've not reached out to a single one of these campaigns. I have a really cool person who believes in me way too much, who anytime they're like, well, we need somebody in South Carolina, he for some reason throws my hat in the ring every
That's
single
good
time.
though, right?
Yeah, I love the opportunity for sure. I really do. But I'm like, man, you are putting me in situations where I'm like, I don't even know.
That's good though. Growth is uncomfortable.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. It's just, man, like...
I'm proud of you, dude.
Is
You're
it-
like doing some big shit.
Is it something that you like that you want to do? That like is that the dream?
So for me, the goal is I've always wanted to be in politics. Well, not always. Like once I grew a little older, I wanted to be in politics because I like the idea of being able to help people in the community in terms of listening to
Okay.
what they need and actively provide what the community needs. But I partnered up with a nonprofit a while ago, and they gave me a community organizer training, basically. And through them, I've been able to do so much stuff that it's phenomenally cool, phenomenally crazy. So I'm more on the political not even political organizing, community organizing side of things now.
Okay.
Like my main goal is to talk to the people of my community, see what's going on, and then provide resources to help tackle these issues. So, like for example, in Lancaster, when do you think crime drops the most in Lancaster?
Probably during the wintertime.
Close. There's 2 periods in Lancaster where crime drops significantly. Football season and basketball season in the high schools.
Oh yeah, because people have stuff to
Because
do.
people have stuff to
Yeah.
do. So what does that tell us? We need to give these kids something to fucking do in this town.
Yeah.
So I've been able to help other programs where they have programs for children who, if they want to go and volunteer, they can go, and it's either free or super, super low cost for these kids to go out and do something. Because Lancaster has a lot of opportunity, despite how we not want to think about it. Because like I said, you have someone like Pat, built his music career out of Lancaster, went to Columbia and just blew it up over there.
Yeah.
Fucking Lancaster won basketball championship. In the last 5 years, we've gone to state a couple times for football, state for basketball. We won one basketball. We won volleyball. Like, we have talent here that can take it with. Fucking this football season, we had a person from Lancaster start on the NFL team. Like, he was on the route to the Super Bowl. And he was never going to make it. He was on a shitty team. But he was on, there was a chance that somebody from Lancaster could make it there. You have fucking athletes coming out of Rock Hill left and right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the possibilities here, but if you don't give these kids even an opportunity to do that shit, it's just never going to happen. So that's part of, like, what I like to do, what I started really liking in terms of the politics world.
Wasn't there a dude that was drafted in the NBA like last year that graduated from Lancaster?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have some solid talent. And every single one of these politicians who's reached out to me and like, hey, can we count on your support? Can you help endorse us? This, that, and the other. And I always say, hey, I would love to work with you guys. But I have too much going on right now in my city. I'm working on too many different areas to dedicate all my time to you when you haven't dedicated any time, any resources, or any energy to my people in my community.
Yeah.
Every single politician who's coming to this event, who has been in this event, has contributed to Lancaster in some capacity. Because I told them all, I refuse to work with you guys unless you guys have some kind of commitment to Lancaster. I'm not going to support somebody who doesn't support me. It's just the world we live in.
Yeah.
And
If
that's
you want help in the game, you got to have skin in the game.
exactly, and that's my main goal in politics. Like, even I'm never gonna say that I'm never gonna run for something, but a lot of people got to get cool with a lot of shit real fast for me to be elected for anything. And if I run for something, I don't want to run alone. I want to say this is my buddy who's also running, and he's passionate about this. This is a friend we made along the way who's also about this. This is a Republican who we disagree on a multitude of different things, but he wants to work with me on this, and we'll move forward here because the establishment is crazy. Like, Trump won his first term because he was seen as, like, anti-establishment, which I guess, to a degree he was because he had zero political background.
He knew business.
He knew business. that is being a part of that crowd. Like, he was already in that in crowd without being in politics.
Yeah.
We need actual, like, anti-establishment people who have not taken a single dollar from APAC. People who are like, I grew up in this neighborhood, and the reason I'm doing this because I was fucked over, and I just don't want other people to be fucked over too. Like, those are the politicians that I'm like, I will work with you. I will be along with you. And there's been one who, you know, there's been a couple of them who's like, yeah, we'll do that. I put in my part. They did it. I left them.
Yeah.
And they'll reach out to me and they're like, hey, how's this going? I was like, I don't know. I've got something else going on now. Because you want to drop the ball? It's in my fucking court. Like, I'm going to keep doing what I got to do.
Yeah.
Like, that's really my main goal here in Lancaster. And, like, what I'm mainly doing is trying to figure out what my neighbors need and go along from there. Like, I've been pretty lucky too to get some pretty cool opportunities. I've been getting, like, even in March I have another speech that I'm giving in a different neighborhood. I've been able to do 2 of those now, and now with this political event going on here in Lancaster I'll help organize. So we've been getting reached out by some pretty cool people, and they all want to come down to Lancaster. Lancaster has a lot of opportunity of flipping.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of getting people out. The hardest part is getting young people out. I feel so bad. Like, I'm the 3rd vice chair of the Lancaster County Democratic Party, and my main job is to get younger people, like 30 and under, to join the party. And they're always getting on me. They're like, you know, we really need to get more younger people. I'm like, I get it, but like, most of my friends can't afford to go to the dentist. Like, we're not gonna take an afternoon off to come here. You talk about shit that we can't relate to. Like,
until you can get it to the point where I can live comfortably.
Exactly. Or at least see.
I gotta work.
Exactly. Until I can see any kind of tangible results or change, I'm never gonna pressure any of my friends to like, dude, you're a bad guy if you don't come commit to this. Like,
yeah.
It's impossible. Like, I have a lot of friends who are like, dude, I would love to go do this. I would love to dedicate some time to you, but after work, I gotta go to my second job, and then somebody gotta take care of the kid, and then my mom's sick, so
Yeah.
like, it's always.
It's a struggle.
Yeah, dude. Like, even you, Creighton, you're a blessed person to where you were given some opportunities and you've gotten some advantages, and even you don't have all the time in the world to do everything you want to do always.
No. I wish I did.
Exactly.
Dude,
And you're one of those people who are aware that you have certain privileges and advantages that you were just, you know, lucky to have, and even still you can recognize, like, damn, I am not in the position that I wish I could be.
Yeah. Well, and even this, like, one like wrong move or like one like day where you're not focused on what you need to be focused on, and like you're back to square one. You don't have a roof over your head.
And that's what I'm really happy that I'm seeing that shift happen in society. Like, you can really see people starting to recognize, like, it's ridiculous. Like, even the idea of somebody saying anti-capitalist, like, a lot of, like, that is becoming more and more popular, and it's not so much of the abolish money type anti-capitalist. It's more of a, holy shit, these billionaires really are screwing us over.
Yeah.
And I never realized it. Like, stuff that would make you like a crazy conspiracist in the past in a woke way is now being shown that, like, hey, there's some validity and truth to that, to where we are being fucked over.
Yeah. Which honestly, so in my mind, like, in my mind, a lot of times the issue isn't even with the system itself; it's with the people who are benefiting in the system.
Exactly.
Right. So, like, for instance, because, like, let's be honest, I'm never gonna be rich.
Exactly.
Like, because I'm the type of person, if I had $1 million, I'll probably go and give 900,000 away.
Yeah.
To help other people. If we had people with that kind of mentality that are owning businesses that do so much and they make, you know, $1 million a year, whatever, if they're looking at that the same way and they're like, hey, I want to give back to the community, that's where then you cut down on all kinds of things. You cut down on the amount of tax money that you need for cities and towns, that kind of thing. But you don't see that.
Yeah.
You see people that are only greedy. They're like, okay, I made X amount of money. How can I make more next year?
And it's extra crazy too, because you have that angle, and then you have the people who convince you that the other side is the problem. Like you have all these people who like fear China. China's bad. China's evil. And China has its issues. China's technically considered a threat to America. Sure, I can concede to that and I can object to that. Do you know what the home ownership rate is in China? Like, the amount of population that owns their own homes?
What is it?
It's 90%.
Damn, really? That's a big country.
90% of the people who own homes in China are citizens. The number in the United States is like 30. Like,
Damn.
majority of the homes in the United States are owned by BlackRock. Like, that is a statistical fact now. A company owns all those things. And you have Cuba right now that is being targeted. Cuba also has a home ownership rate of like 93% compared to America. Cuba has the most doctors per like capita. Their main export in Cuba is doctors. But we're viewed to see them because they have the socialist title attached to them to this is bad, this is evil. In China right now, if we have the same transportation system that China has now, you can get on a bus in Kershaw and ride that bus to Washington, D.C. Like, that's how advanced their, like, free public transportation is over there. And even places like Mexico. In the entirety of Mexico, there is only one place where it is legal to buy a firearm. You have to go to the capital of Mexico to buy a legal firearm. You hear, like, Mexico is importing a bunch of drugs and weapons. 90% of the drugs of guns that are in Mexico come from the United States. It's literally the opposite way around. You're pointing the finger at these countries for examples of bad things when we're the example of things. Like, one of my favorites is you'll have pictures of people being like, this is what a society would look like if we have a communist nation, and they take a picture of what is happening in real time in a capitalist nation, where you have like in Brazil, where they have all the slums, there's a wall, and then there's fucking estates. Just giant, beautiful estates. And they're like, this is what would happen if society went to communism. It's like, this is what's happening now. This is what's happening in the society that we've created now.
But like I said, it's not even, in my eyes, it's not even the system that is messed up. It's the people that are benefiting from the system.
Exactly. Because they're the ones who are benefiting right now from the system want to make it to where less and less people can benefit from the system. Because the less people who benefit from the system, the people who do benefit from it benefit dramatically well.
Yeah.
Which is like the big issue going on right now in the administration, where you're like, oh, the Dow is up so high. Right, but the average person in America does not have
any savings whatsoever.
Exactly. They have zero investments in the Dow. So that's not helping anybody but the people who already have the money to invest. Like, again, like, do you have any money invested anywhere?
Yeah. But I mean, so that was more of like a taught thing to me.
Exactly.
So my mom was like, you want to succeed, right? And I was like, yeah. She was like, open up a Robinhood account and just throw a little bit in at a time. It's not like thousands and thousands of dollars, but you know.
Right. But meanwhile, the people who are benefiting from that stuff started off with a fucking Robinhood account that already had like $1 million.
Exactly.
Again, a small loan of $1 million. You know, if you gave me a small loan of $1 million, you would probably never hear from me again. Like, especially when I was younger, like, I would have taken that money and lived a nice, comfortable, happy life.
But if I was your dad,
well, the other thing too, I think, is like, we aren't teaching people how to use the money they're given.
Yeah.
Either. You know what I mean? So much money now is spent on like things that A, either didn't exist 20 years ago, or B, like, is being sold to you that like this is the best thing that you can get. Like, why the fuck is a pickup truck $80,000 now? Why the fuck is there $80,000?
No.
More than that, maybe.
$120,000.
Well, I mean, even that, like, you know, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's a house.
Yes,
yeah, I know.
But there's 50-year. They were talking about making 50-year mortgages.
Yeah, exactly.
Were you here? When
we talked about that. Yeah,
that's insane. That's over half of an estimated lifespan.
But the reason why they're trying to do that, though, is because people can't afford to buy houses.
Exactly.
I mean, but you're not. But that's
With
like looking at the
mortgage.
short-term fix of the problem. Like,
100%.
And like the scary thing is, like, you have people selling stuff like on Amazon that, oh, you can buy this now and pay like these low payments and pay it off. Like, that's not the way to purchase things. You have to you need to buy it. You need to own it. You need to, because like, if you sell a society on credit, like, nobody owns anything.
Exactly.
Who the fuck owns all this shit? You know what I mean?
And that's the whole reason. That's the system was made like that on purpose, because that's the whole reason we don't have a revolution going on right now.
Dude, 100%. I'm in favor. We can start tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that everyone is so infatuated with their little goodies and treats, there would be a revolution. Do you know what the tax... When we did the Boston Tea Party, do you know what that tax rate was? That we fucking... 2%. We started a revolutionary fucking war for 2% tax. Because the people had to deal with reality and what was going on in the moment. Even you have like Vietnam. Like when they fucking posted that, these college kids weren't so distracted with everything and all this consumer society that we have to where they could recognize what is going on. And there was not a single educated person out there who was saying, no, the Vietnam War was something we should have done.
And what's crazy is they didn't even see the worst parts of it.
Exactly.
They didn't see the napalm and the Agent Orange and all that.
Meanwhile, we saw for a year straight, over a year straight, day in and day out, Palestinians being murdered. And I mean fucking murdered. Like, you saw the videos. We've all, and because they're not hard to find, of people just walking down the street and IDF soldiers gunning them down. The amount of violence that we saw that every single day, and not a single person has reacted appropriately. Because we've been so desensitized to that. Because we know that if right now the majority of Americans know, specifically young people know, that if we were to try to pull this revolution, whatever, we lose all our sweet treats. All of the little commodities are gone. No more Netflix. Like, we don't get any of that. Like, as much as people were like, I fucking hate the Hollywood elites, they like movies. They like TV shows. They want these Hollywood elites to stay in there.
Only the old ones.
That's the biggest thing that... priorities definitely need to be reevaluated, and eventually the decision has to be made on when is enough enough. Because, like, for me, enough was a long time ago. And I'm not saying I'm out here fucking, bandana with a machine gun out here destroying.
But
property or whatever.
you're in the system. You're like working the system to try and make it better.
Exactly. Yeah. And even with me working the system how it's supposed to be, it's frustrating. It's frustrating as hell. And I frustrate a lot of people. In the Lancaster County Democratic Party, we've had people leave the party because they disagree with me hard. And I am a person. I'm the third vice chair. And when I joined them, I told them, I'm not here to be conforming to what you guys do and what you guys did. Every single time we do something, they're like, well, we've never really done it like that. And I'm like, yeah, that's why this party has been failing. Because you guys have done it one way, stuck to it every single time, even though it hasn't been working. Like, if I'm going to be here, I'm going to do shit how I want to do it. Like, I've set up things where people have disagreed. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I'm going to be busy this day because I'm going to do that still as an individual. So you guys can either show up and take credit for it, as this is a project that the Lancaster County Democratic Party supported, or it's just going to be me doing it by myself. So you guys decide after that. It's a matter of people need to decide what they want to see actually happen in this country. Because if we just let whatever happened, we're going to be fucked. I've always told people, you might not fuck with politics, but politics is 100% going to fuck with you at any given point. Like, and it's frustrating because it's like not everything is political, but we're getting to the point where it's affecting every little aspect of our life.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I tell people 100% whenever it comes time to vote for anything, like, period. If you don't vote, do not complain.
Exactly, yeah.
Because you're... literally, if you don't vote, you're saying, I don't care.
Exactly.
Whatever happens, happens.
Oh, yeah. I vote every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should. And
it's your right.
Yeah, exactly.
And in my opinion, it's your responsibility to vote.
And we're seeing it in real time right now that the goal is to make it harder and harder to vote. The new act they just passed is going to make it harder for 69 million women to vote. Because it's supposed to be an anti-immigrant bill, but that's not what it is. It's a direct attack on women because more women tend to lead left, especially women that are educated. Now they're saying that if your ID and birth certificate don't match, you can't vote. Well, most of these women get married, their last names change. So their ID and birth certificate will never match. So now they have to go through these extra legal steps and extra legal processes to figure this out. And like you said earlier, if it's these grandmas who've never fucking opened YouTube, who just open Facebook, they're not going to know about that.
Yeah, they're not even going to know until they go to vote.
Exactly. They're going to show up to vote and they're going to be like, oh, well, you can't vote. You never registered. And when you did register, you didn't follow up and check that you actually for sure registered.
Yeah.
I mean, in this country, when you turn 18, you're not automatically registered to vote, but you're automatically registered to the Army Reserve.
Mm.
How that alone speaks volumes onto the fact that your vote matters. Like, people always say, why would I vote? It doesn't fucking matter if I vote or not. If your vote didn't matter, they wouldn't make it hard for you to vote.
Yeah.
Like, if your vote mattered, every single citizen in the United States will get a mail-in ballot. Like, every single person will get a mail-in ballot.
Honestly, I feel like they should do that, though.
100% they should do that. Mail-in ballot should be something you should opt out of, not opt into. Especially because if you get your mail-in ballot and you just never turn it in, you can still go to the polls and vote.
Yeah.
You know, audit after audit after audit have showed our elections are safe, secure, and really, really well done. Most of the fraud that's happened in our elections have been done by right wing. Like, it's always the most ironic part. Mm-hmm. Like, these people who are calling, like, and that's the whole thing. Like, it's never about the actual facts. It's never about the actual facts. The fiscal report for 2020, for the 2025 year came out from the Department of Justice, and we've been hearing on the news that hundreds of thousands of murderers and people have been coming in, and these illegal immigrants have been doing hundreds of thousands of murders. Again, the reports just came out like a month ago. In the fiscal year of 2025, how many murders do you think were done by immigrants? Not just the legal immigrants, both legal and illegal immigrants, according to the Department of Justice's own data. How many murders were attributed to immigrants in this country?
5. I don't know. I have no idea.
It's 24.
24?
Give or take 24. And to have the president saying hundreds of thousands to thousands to... The number keeps going up every single time he says it, because this isn't about facts. And thankfully, this is the administration who's breaking that bubble to where people are realizing it's not always facts.
Yeah.
And that's why his ratings have gone down. I don't know if you saw now their Gallup is no longer doing popularity polls on the president.
Why?
Because it's a waste of resources. It's just completely coincidental that the day before they announced that, they also announced that Trump's approval ratings went down 29%. But it's just a complete coincidence that the next day they were like, and we're no longer going to be tracking these numbers because they're actually irrelevant. No one even likes those numbers. Those numbers aren't true. If you can ask anybody. Exactly. You know, it's...
We've never done those numbers.
Right. Those numbers have always been gay.
Yeah.
Well, boys, it's been a pleasure. I don't mean to wrap it.
No,
so
you're
suddenly.
good. Yeah.
It's like
At the
night.
end of the day, I feel like the last statement in general
Yes,
is whether you don't vote or you don't have anybody for Valentine's Day or you don't know how to handle money and you like conspiracy theories, right? Any of those things. Just wake up.
Yeah.
Just wake up.
That's it.
Open your eyes into what's actually going around in general.
Especially with how easy it is.
Yeah.
It's right now we're at the point where in your pocket, 90% of the time, you have all the information in the world available to you.
Yeah.
Just read. Just read one article a day, fucking read a paragraph a day. And I promise most of these problems we have will be solved. But again,
Your thing.
February 26th. That's a Thursday, 7 p.m. Come out to the public forum. I'm going to be sending Creighton a link to the poster and flyer we've made out. Come out. Come yell at some politicians. Let them know that you like them. Let them know that you don't like them.
Where's it at?
It's going to be at Bar Street Auditorium here in Lancaster at 7 o'clock. Again, more info is going to be posted out. Come out. Come yell at some people. And there's going to be a lot more events like this. So if you can't make it to this one, there's going to be more events for you to come out. But this is the time and the opportunity for you to come out and say, these are the problems, this is what we want to see. And let them know that these people fucking suck.
Ooh,
let these people know they suck.
That's going to be tough. That's lead night. No, I'm just kidding.
I thought about that too.
Thomas.
I thought about that too. I'm actually going to talk to Charlie and be like, hey, you want to move it just once? Just get that 1 week.
But thank you guys for listening. That's Alejandro at Kicks Again on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff.
All that good stuff, yeah.
Instagram. That's the one.
Instagram is the
main
main one.
Yeah. Instagram. That's the main fucking one. And that's my last. Thomas, anything you want to throw in? Final thoughts, concepts, theories, opinions?
Nah, man. I mean, not really. I've already said everything I gotta say. I like to keep Try to keep.
These flowers are just full of mold.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I like to try to keep everything short and simple sometimes, except for when we talk for about 2 hours.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. If you like what you listen here, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell not to miss an episode. Thank you. Good night.